mean, why is he paying to get on there? Because, I feel like there's great talent without having to pay to get on the trending page.
I'm pretty sure he pays to get on there because he's always at number one. I'm like, there's no way that's the algorithm. Like, the ASDF movie 14, that definitely got up there based on the fan.
Yeah, I know. But it's just some of these. Oh, shit. Did I hit the live button? We're live. Welcome, everybody, to the Phantom Zone. It is the most earth-breaking, ground-shaking, but never media show money-taking, the man, the myth, the legend, the most electrifying Jurassic Park owner. Please sponsor me, Universal, Mr. Zod's Phantom Show. Welcome, everybody, and tonight we have some great topics for you guys. I love doing those cold openings. You get a little peek in the curtain with what we talk about. And guess what? We talk about the same shit we talk about while we're on the air, only we're off air. We're really not that exciting. I swear. Well, Husky's slightly more exciting, but yeah.
The fuck are you talking about?
We're talking about the green room. I just did a cold opening.
Cold opening. What the fuck is...
The human below me killed Husky.
You gotta turn the gain down on his microphone.
He's doing the Sovereign voice from Mass Effect. Is this a shameless plug? Is this a good one?
Maybe.
No. It's a terrible plug. I have no idea what's happening.
It's Sovereign from Mass Effect.
That doesn't mean anything to me. You ever had a Orkney thin oat cake?
No.
It sounds... I don't know if I'm supposed to put something on it. Is Margot in this stream?
I don't know. Let me go and check. Let's see
who is here? I said, who is here?
Hold on a second. Let me say, hi, Planet Q's Queen. The Glare dropped in. Carmen Aguilera dropped in. Sean B. Cyber, you don't count. Rebecca, Elizabeth, me. The great and powerful Lemon Pie. Margot is here and needs coffee and breakfast. And we have, who else? Who else is in here? Janie Davis, Laura B. Hello. Hi, beautiful people. Welcome. Tonight is the night. Tonight is the night that we talk about the greatest car ever made.
Kicks?
That's a Tesla. And why is it great?
I thought you humans had to show me Cobra.
Jesus Christ. Can we bring Cyber back? You're scaring the audience.
I'll have to check your agent. Cyberowski was sent to indoctrinate those who follow him to the Reaper cause of galactic annihilation.
That's what you fucking get, guy.
Hello, beautiful bitchy unicorn. My beautiful, stunning,
Are you looking across the room when you say this?
Oh, no. As you can see, not across the way. I'm not being threatened. Not being threatened at all.
We almost saw into the kitchen, everybody. We know how
I found your Husky mutt.
Damn it.
I see your powers are working.
Mine?
Yeah, I didn't do that.
I didn't fucking do that.
Who did that?
I can do that?
No, I'm just fucking with you. Cyber dropped out.
Fucking, you put me in too early and I didn't change the name yet. But yeah. Oh yeah, there's the Reaper Sovereign found me. Something sounding off with his voice. I don't know what, maybe. Maybe it's maybe it's just the feed because he's having to fucking shoot it through your stream.
Oh, and by the way, Rebecca, you can post anything that you would like as long as it's not lewd and illicit like Steam.
What the fuck?
Steam. Steamy.
Oh man. So welcome everybody. Tonight we are going to talk about some serious things, some not so serious things. We're going to talk about serious things but mock them. And one of the serious things we want to talk about that we can easily mock because it's by everybody's favorite person here, the great and powerful Elon Musk and his ever powerful Tesla company that he runs.
It's just
folks.
Tesla guy.
Huh?
Tesla.
Whatever.
Testicles.
I don't gotta get it right. It's fucking Elon Musk. He's not endorsing me, so I'm not gonna pronounce his fucking car right.
Okay,
Give us money, Elon Daddy.
Except that it's a word, I guess now, that's derived off of a man's name, for the love of God.
So, Tesla recalls nearly 300,000 cars in China over cruise control safety issues. This is very interesting because they pushed to get these cars into the Chinese market as quickly as possible. If you guys know stuff about that, I can't believe I know about this. But China's market did not apparently go over, the safety protocols in this. So 300,000 of them had faulty cruise control issues. I guess he was too busy building a rocket ship. I don't know. Anyways, let's dive into this and see what Alyssa has to say about this. China's market regulator said this said the system could be accidentally activated, causing unexpected acceleration. Or
fun.
I'm going to make an extremely racy remark here, or maybe the people can't drive the car. Anyways,
or maybe they just like running over kids.
No. Okay, I'm sorry, and no offense to anyone who might be of the Chinese persuasion watching this show one day, if I ever reach that far.
Taiwan's a country.
But, oh, Jesus Christ, don't even get me started on John Cena. But, did anyone see that Family Guy skit? I rest my case. Anyways, Tesla has already chalked up plenty of bad press in China this year because they fucking rushed it out without doing the normal safety protocols because, it's not America, so fuck it. With officials scrutinizing its handling
they don't even give
of
safety protocols to Americans.
Of scrutinizing its handling of customer data and protests claiming the Chinese consumer complaints are going ignored. The electric car manufacturer added another controversy to its list this weekend. China's market regulator says Tesla is recalling nearly 300,000 vehicles over safety risks posed by the vehicle's cruise control system, which apparently
it's really, really fast around school zones. Strange reason, but it just happens.
To activate by accident, and this is
school zones.
Husky, for fuck's sake, calm down. Okay, now it says it's easy to activate by accident. Now here's my question: does anybody who has a fucking car with cruise control ever just you're rambling through your buttons, right? And you go, oh shit, I just hit the cruise. Has anybody done that? Because as far as I know,
hello, Carmen,
most of the cruise control buttons and all of the buttons are in different places. They don't put that button near anything else. So you don't accidentally hit it and fucking accelerate. So anyone here on the panel, have you guys ever accidentally pressed your cruise control? Because I never have.
In school zones. I haven't because I didn't fucking drive. What the fuck are you talking about?
PB, have you ever accidentally pressed cruise control?
Of course I've accidentally pressed the cruise control, and it's never accidentally been a problem because you know that you've done it immediately, and fucking I don't drive a goddamn Tesla.
Now, follow-up question.
Oh, fuck.
If you, I'm giving you a twofer. So if you accidentally press it, right, there's a prompt or there's something that a light flashes, tells you you're going into cruise control. And Chad, if I don't answer you, I apologize. Just when I'm in an article, I can't switch or we get the 3D effect. Anyways, so when you press the button, right, you're immediately warned. There's something that comes on. There's a little indicator, right? So my follow-up question would be, why, if the button was pressed, did no one immediately turn it off and it's causing accidents? There had to have been tons of
there
accidents.
has to be a reason for it. The reason is probably because they were saying hello to Carmen.
Oh, hello, Carmen. How are you? Good to see you.
Don't be like the
I said
bear.
hello, and he kept continuing when I said hello after she said hello to me.
Well, of course he
And-
did. He was in the middle of asking me a question. Like, he can get around to it. He knows what the fuck he's doing. And here we are.
And Mr. Pop Culture PB,
What's
if
up?
if the indicator comes on, right, then you know immediately to turn it off. So where is the break where all of these calls need cars, they need a major recall, because clearly they are accelerating and causing accidents that people aren't being notified to turn the fucking button off.
Because Elon called their president Winnie the Pooh, and now they have to do a fucking recall.
I mean, that's one reason. PB, can you hazard a guess as to why people just wouldn't turn it off immediately?
They're sleeping.
So, as
You
the
can
Wall
do
Street-
that in your Tesla, guy. You're not supposed to, but you can.
encouraging sleeping. I heard that one. That was a whole nother story. As the Wall Street Journal and returners report, China's State Administration for Market Regulations said Saturday that it recall includes 249,855 Model 3 sedans and Model Y compact crossover vehicles made in Tesla's factory in Shanghai, as well as 35,665 imported Model 3 cars, all produced between December 2019 and June 2021. The recall, a first for Tesla cars built in China, can be completed remotely via the web with the software update to the cars. That's fucking scary. So if they... God.
Well, that's fucking scary. This guy.
So let me get this straight. Chat,
No.
picture this.
Get
Picture
it.
this.
Don't get it straight. Get it crooked. Go.
So picture your fucking car is in the driveway, okay? And Tesla goes, "Oh fuck, the cruise control is messed up. We got to recall it." So is this shit like automated? Like that fucker just takes off and goes back to the factory?
Yeah, it took to
Via
the
the
wife.
web?
It just drives. It's like, there's been a recall. I'm gonna be gone for a week, and it sends you a text message.
That is fucking, dude. Who the fuck buys these vehicles? Like you, so
I
you
would
can.
buy a Tesla if they would put like a V6 in it.
Oh.
Let's get
I
a
mean,
let's
you
get
know
a
that
V8 in it.
Like,
Fucking rev that motherfucker.
there's that one Tesla that has party mode. That's pretty, or celebration mode. That's fucking awesome.
I mean, this just seems
Have you
really
seen that?
weird. No, I haven't.
I'll show you.
Okay, put it in our private chat, and I'll pull up a link for that. But anyways,
I'll bring it up.
it activates a cruise control system, which Tesla providing for free. We apologize for the inconvenience caused by this recall to all car owners, Tesla said. Though its official account on Weibo, China's equivalent of Twitter, according to the journal, Tesla will continue to improve safety in strict accordance with national requirements. Following an investigation into possible defects, the Chinese regulator said the car's cruise control system could be activated by accident, causing the vehicle to speed up unexpectedly. A Tesla spokesman declined the journal's request for comment. Of course they would. The recall is the latest in a string of PR fires Tesla has to put out as it tries to court the largest electric vehicle market in the world. Last October, Tesla recalled nearly 30,000 imported Model S and Model X cars from China over issues with the vehicle's suspension system. Jesus Christ. Concerns the company's vehicles could be used for spying. Wow.
Yeah, go Elon, go. Keep it spying.
Cars from its military sites and from local governmental institutions are revealing Tesla's ownership among their staff.
No, they really have
reports,
car bombs in them because Elon's part Irish, maybe.
facing pressure from China's collected from its customers' cars in its countries. Ostensibly, thank you,
God.
in a bid to stay on the right side of Beijing's cybersecurity laws. Protesters also upstaged Tesla's presentation at the Shanghai Auto Show this year to draw attention to Chinese customer complaints about problems with the cars. Holy shit, this seems like the worst idea ever. Chat, go ahead and let me know what you think about this, but let me go back and see if I missed some people. I said hi to Carmen when I saw you.
Hi,
Let me
Karen.
see. What else did I miss?
You
Let's
missed
see.
Karen. Karen just got here, guy. I don't know the other names you missed.
And we've got two special guests. We got an angry potato and an angry glare. Welcome, guys.
Hey, don't presume to speak for me in my field.
So I knew that the angry squirrel would have a field day with this. Tesla recalling 300,000 units from China. Yeah, I see a shift in the eyes.
Is Mad Squirrel here?
Yeah, it's me.
Hey, Mad Squirrel.
Hey.
She's glaring at you with the angry potato.
I was trying to do it in your direction. It's just not working.
I'm counting on
Hold on. There we go.
Oh, that's better.
There you go.
Oh no, PB, no. Okay.
And I'm really just here because listen, I'm too drunk and tired for this. So I'm really just here to for PB to just tear us
Fall
all apart
asleep?
here. I love
I thought you were here to read me a bedtime story.
Oh man, we got some of the finest panel. So the long story short, Tesla. Now, guys, listen to this because this is fucking ridiculous, and I want to see if you guys can catch the
Tesla
plot.
every time.
Yes, cause fuck Elon. Anyways,
That's not why you
Tesla-
do it.
Whoa, why you want to fuck him, man? I didn't know you were into that.
hey, he's building a rocket ship. Anyways, Tesla.
Tesla.
Yes.
Get him, PB. Come on, PB. You're gonna let that slide.
I didn't let it slide, and you missed it.
So they've
Let me
released
come after you.
they've released these cars, and the cruise control is spontaneously turning on and apparently causing accidents. Now, I have a couple of problems with this. One, it's in China, and we've all seen that Family Guy episode.
China.
Two, why does nobody get an indicator to immediately shut it off? How is it getting to the point that this is causing
don't they usually make
accident
annoying sounds like there's
recall?
annoying fucking beeping?
Yeah, usually.
Yeah.
I love how
Or
the
is
eyes
it-
change.
Or is it one of those more calming beeps in modern cars? You know, they go like doo doo doo, fucking that shit.
I hate fucking jingle so much.
As it's driving, it's like
JD.
Indiana Jones.
JD. Mr. Sod's Phantom Zone, I agree with you. Build a rocket equals get in my pants.
Oh my.
I was gonna say,
Hey,
Oh.
it's more like Elon is building your rocket up, but whatever.
oh, did the glare just?
Uh-oh.
He left and he drunkenly disappeared.
Oh,
And
there he is.
drunkenly reappeared.
Listen, all right, give me a break, okay?
Man,
I'm back.
He's back.
Oh
go ahead.
shit!
What
Now
are-
we're
what
going
are
to
we
get
looking
claimed
at
by
right
So
now?
fucking
fascinated by this
Amazon.
car conversation.
Shut up.
I don't even drive, for fuck's sake.
Hey, turn the volume off.
You all
Turn
better
the
be glad
volume
that I
off.
don't.
Zod, do we
Turn
need to
the
say the
volume.
disclaimer that this is for educational purposes, YouTube? So do not
for
fucking claim us
educational
Amazon.
purposes.
That's Zod's fucking problem, not mine.
This is the
Well, no,
only
but we have to
thing,
say it right here. It's for educational purposes right now.
this is the only
This
thing
video.
that I like about the Tesla.
Small wonder this thing is fitted with my favourite mode of them all.
The best.
There we are.
My favorite mode is the one I can't switch out of. You know, the cruise control. When I try to switch it, it doesn't turn off.
And it veers towards speed.
wrong side of the car, you Billiken.
This low frame rate is saving us.
Oh god.
What the fuck is that?
Celebration mode.
Dear, that is. You want that, PB? That would freak the shit out of me.
Dude, I said that
What
was
just
the
happened?
only fucking cool thing. It opened up.
Do you get to change the
That's
song it
it.
uses or no?
We see how much it takes to impress PB.
Put it in park, get out and lock the doors.
Like the rest of it, whatever. You can sleep while you're driving, whatever. You get to celebrate once you make it to your destination. You just hit a button. It goes crazy. It opens the windows. It opens the wings. It's like, I'm gonna open the door crack too. Look at me go.
Holy shit, it's got headlights.
Margot says, I cannot
amazing.
stand this man. He is not a nice
We get to
man.
choose a song, or does it always have to be that song?
It's that song. That is the clip from the Grand Tour.
Laura B, I agree. I fucking agree. That is the scariest feature of all. Okay,
Dangerous.
so what if I accidentally, like, you know, I'm driving or whatever, and I click the key thing and I accidentally press celebration mode? Or what if you go to lock it, right? But you hit fucking celebration mode instead? Like, I see a lot of issues. Hey, Maya, how are you? And she says hi to the glare with the angry faces.
Oh, yeah.
Those are not angry faces. Those aren't angry
Never
faces.
mind.
They are. They have devil horns.
She's-
Devil
yeah,
horns is what the fuck?
She's
Devil
mad at
horns
me.
is not
I
angry.
guess, you know.
They're not fucking red. They're purple.
People are mad at me, dude. People get mad at me. I don't know what to tell you.
Okay, I don't believe you, Will. You are like a soft, cuddly teddy bear.
God,
Like, I don't understand. It's like when people say I'm an asshole. I don't get it. Like,
Right. It's like, dude, listen, I sing myself lullabies to sleep.
I'm sure
sweet
you
little
do,
lullabies.
except that people don't believe that it's just a sweet little lullaby because
is.
trollers make people angry.
I say little prayers. I do
How are
that.
we supposed to take you seriously?
You're not.
Fucking people get angry at you, but according to Janie, they get horny when they
Listen,
watch our streams
I
for
don't wanna
some
hear-
reason.
I don't want to hear this shit. Please move on.
You're so pretty.
Well, no, Matt Squirrel can keep talking. She can keep talking. Matt Squirrel can talk all she
That
wants.
was in the last stream that was mentioned.
Oh shit.
no, you don't want to know the crazy shit we were talking about the last stream. And
Dude, y'all
After
want to be
this
part of the Discord. Yo, let me tell you something.
after
Cherry
this
K,
one, check out the last stream. We went wild.
Yo,
there
Cherry
was-
K is a friend of this channel as well. Okay?
Mhm.
Cherry K not only runs my Discord, but she created the Discord because I'm not doing a fucking Discord. I'm like, whatever. But now I'm active in it. But
Oh, that's good.
Cherry K, I'm worried, dude. She scares me, dude, because it is the dirtiest shit ever. Like her and Tart, like they use the channel, they use the Discord to just totally like scissor, like they literally use scissor emojis. Like literally. Like I'm not
Wait,
lying.
what is this Discord? I would.
Well, you have to be a Patreon. You have to be a Patreon.
That was a good
Oh, you don't
point.
have to
That
have
was good.
exclusive
That was
club
great,
access
sir.
to our Discord, though.
Well, that's good. That's good. But unfortunately, mine, you have to. It's a Patreon thing, but I'm not even trying to sell you on it. I swear to God, like I'm trying to warn you on it. It's fucking scary. Like it freaks me out sometimes. I'm just like, God damn it, dude, I'm gonna get shut down. Like these these girls are out of control. And it's not my Discord. It's Cherry's Discord. She can do whatever she wants. But it's for my Patreons. It's the weirdest thing in the world. It's the weirdest thing in the world. Wow. Everybody just got uncomfortable.
It's ran by me, the psycho dog.
Oh man. Oh
Discord.
Yeah.
Man. Oh, Phantasmagorical says it's true. You need to shower after being in that Discord.
You do. And no,
Oh my.
Phantasmagorical is one of my patrons. Yeah, she knows. She knows. It's freaking scary, dude. And I'm trying to deal with it.
Hi, Dean.
I'm trying to.
Hello.
I
Hey,
participate,
by the
but at
way-
the same time, I'm just like, oh man, this is bad.
By the way, I officially I'm almost at 1.1K, so I just wanted to thank everyone because
did you just say almost officially?
I'm almost officially there, and I wanted to thank
Jesus
everybody.
Christ.
He's
Jesus,
never
dude.
don't give up on this channel. Never don't give
Yeah,
up on this channel.
I love you guys. Thank you so much. And yeah, we got great people on here who are hilarious. So
And Petty Officer Zod.
And we have Zod, yeah.
oh God, I mean, you know what? I'm only a small part of this. I'm just some asshole
dude.
who rants in a cowboy
Oh,
hat.
you are,
Dude,
no,
you
you
see
are
my-
correct.
dude,
He
you
is a small man. He's a
You
very
see
small
my
man.
avatar, don't you? You see my avatar, don't you? Like that
Yes,
is
I do.
pure tribute to you, dude. You are like one of my favorite creators. I swear to God, I think you're fantastic, man. Like I love. I'm sorry I missed the last live. I didn't catch it in time.
I gave this man a
Oh, don't do
solo because just much respect. Yeah. You know what? When that thing with your channel happened, I retweeted it right away because you know, you talk about awesome stuff, and I wish I had the ability to do that shit. But
What are you talking about? You do. You talk about what's passionate for you, man. You do. You do that. The suicide awareness that you've been doing with your dad is fantastic.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's really important. You know, and you're gonna realize, like, you're gonna build your audience because you're awesome, and your audience is gonna build and build and build, and you're just gonna keep touching on that stuff because it's important to you. It's not just content. That's why this is one of my favorite channels.
Oh,
You're welcome.
oh,
Learn
thank you.
to handle it, guy.
You know what? Why we're getting sentimental? Let's get into something to do with Star Wars.
Zod enjoyed the
Oh,
brick
God,
sucking,
I'm
by
out.
the way.
Later.
No, this is actually more of a person behind Star Wars, and I had to bring this up because despite my political ideology that I don't agree with this person, I do agree with how kind-hearted they are. So let's talk about Mark Hamill.
Oh,
thanks.
yeah. He gets a pass with me because he's the best
Oh,
joker on
yeah.
screen. He's easily the
He's
best joker on screen.
he's also the best
And I'm a Jack
Skeletor.
Nicholson fan. He's the best Joker on screen yet.
Don't
Yeah.
sell short his Skeletor. It's coming.
Oh, I
yeah.
can't wait for
Okay,
this. I'm
okay.
looking
Before
forward to
you
that.
go on, Mark Hamill would be so great if he just didn't say shit about politics.
Oh, I haven't even listened. I don't care. As long as he's
Like,
doing
that's
the
it.
Joker voices.
That's it.
What?
He's great.
But I did want to highlight this because I think this speaks to, despite whatever differences you have, this shows me the kind of person he is, because a grieving dad has a touching exchange with Mark Hamill after Star Wars actors showed up for his terminally ill son. Like,
No.
you know what? I don't give a shit what anybody says.
Who
Mark
has the
Hamill,
terminally ill son?
just this guy. They're gonna say the guy's name, but this guy who had a terminally ill son, Mark Hamill found out about it, and he went to visit the kid. He wasn't wrote. He wasn't wrote about it or nothing, and that speaks volumes to me. In this landscape that we have in Hollywood, for someone to just care like that, I'm going to read the article, but I'm not going to lie, it choked me up a little bit.
He's way better at his actions than he is his words.
Oh, without a doubt. You know what?
Yeah.
I can give him a pass for a lot of the stuff because you could see by his actions that despite what he feels, he has a good heart. Because anyone who does that in my book gets fucking kudos. He wasn't asked to do it. He just did it. And that speaks to the person's character, at least in my mind. It says the term family gets thrown around in regards to Fast and Furious franchise, which continues. It's a bit, what Cinema Blend? Really? You got to plug another fuckers.
Okay, we're gonna have to just shut this down. What the fuck? You're doing something great with something no one gives a fuck about right now. Reading the article.
It's so fucking. It's like, anyways. But the OG family of Hollywood blockbuster fandom has always has been and always will be Star Wars, which has been cultivating generation of fans since the 1970s. And shows zero signs of slowing down. Okay, now that's your pig chill.
That's the funny part.
It helps the leader of the tribe, especially Mark Hamill, continually go out of their way to forge heartfelt connections with members of the fandom of all ages and races. Yeah, there's their fucking plug. God, it's like you could.
Holy shit! This is just piece of shit fucking article
at all.
Okay, this was the important part. I'm sorry, I forget. Guys, these are the typical shows when we talk.
They're just sucking every dick that comes their way. Holy crap!
And I see Mark Hamill. I see Mark Hamill reading this and going, really?
Probably. He's like, can we just put the article?
Like, come on,
where's
man.
Where's the part where I came to the kid? It's not even about him. The first part is not even
to specify races. My fans already know. Like, fuck, come on, man. You're putting words in my mouth. You know.
In 2017, a young boy named Elijah was struggling with pediatric brain cancer. His parents reached out to Lucasfilm for his birthday video for the dying child. And the boy's reaction to seeing Mark Hamill in the reel could light up the room. It was captured in a photograph by Elijah's dad and shared by Hamill on social media with his touching message. One look at Elijah's beautiful face is all you need to know about why I've visited countless patients in Children's Hospital over the years. Emotional, harrowing to be sure, but I consider it both privilege and a gift. I've been given a responsibility I'll never take lightly. There's the picture right there. These moments behind the scenes that aren't captured by a camera or used as good publicity, which it never was, really because Mark Hamill doesn't need it. He routinely does these things for Star Wars fans because he understands how important the legacy of the series is to them. It seems like equally important to him. The words that he uses in his tweet about young Elijah tell us everything that we need to know about Mark Hamill's opinion of his status as Luke Skywalker. He calls it a privilege and a gift and defines it as a responsibility I'll never take lightly, and he walks that walk. In addition to being a mainstay in countless Star Wars conventions, Hamill stays active with fan requests like this, and he goes the extra mile to expand on the love of the franchise fan base. What's special for what's special for Hamill is that there's always a new generation of Star Wars fans, and then they do a shameless plug for The Mandalorian. But
hell? fuck? Okay. We're saying this. Don't go to Cinema Blend ever for your fucking sources. It's
Dude, I
just an
fucking
ad.
hate Cinema Blend.
I hate
I can't
Cinema
even say
Blend
it. I'm too
too,
drunk.
but
Like
it
they're
was
the worst.
one.
Shit. It's just a fucking ad. That's all it is.
Yeah, Cinema Blend fucking sucks, dude. They're
It's like the fucking South Park arc with the ads. That's what
I've
Cinema
actually-
Blend is.
I've actually made posts on my personal Facebook going, Cinema Blend are a bunch of idiots. Like they have no idea. They have nothing. They don't know. They know nothing of cinema. Nothing.
No, they really don't. But
They're terrible.
I wanted to highlight that part because that is something that they unfortunately did pick up that's not well known. And I think that it's really cool that there are these stars and they do these things and they don't expect any kind of admiration or anything for it. Despite my many differences of opinions with him, I think as a person overall, just a human being, I think his heart is in the right place. I don't know. I know what PB's answer is going to be, but what do you guys think?
No, I agree.
Yeah,
I think
very
that
good.
Mark's always had that about him.
But what do you guys think?
No, I agree. I think
Whoa!
That's my fault. That's my fault. Sorry. I'm trying to turn things down because I want to interact with the chat. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
It was like Inception.
I know.
Okay. All right. Well, anyway, yeah, I think Mark, he's always had a very good reputation for appreciating what he's been given because he knew after Star Wars kind of getting typecasted what that felt like, and then he had to branch out and he worked very hard to get where he's at, but it's a legacy and he sees it as that, which is pretty awesome. And he really does appreciate fans and he does reach out to a lot of people. And, you know, I've always been a fan of him for a very long time. So it's just nice to see that people are recognizing that part of him instead of making fun of him. Oliver Stone, I'm talking to you.
This is not a dress. This is Jurassic Park, brought to you by Universal Pictures.
No, fuck off.
You're wearing a dinosaur
Warner Brothers.
dress.
I don't want fucking shit from NBC. Universal.
Dun, 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 dun.
By the way, Universal Parks, how much money do you have to pay Warner Brothers for using their Harry Potter stuff?
Hey, don't you dare bring Potter into this.
I want to
okay?
know how much
On
money
this
Universal
channel-
pays Warner Brothers, though.
Are you a Harry Potter fan, Zod?
Fuck yeah. I say that with no shame. I wear it like a badge of honor. I am
any Harry Potter fan would, sure.
I want to know the fucking numbers out of the money. Come on, Warner. Tell me how much money do you make off the Harry Potter theme shit at Universal Studios? 'Cause they don't own that crap. You guys do.
Rebecca says cover the evidence. Oh, welcome. We're just getting started, folks. We are just getting started with this.
Shit, you're just getting
wacky
started. I'm about to
steaminess.
pass the fuck out. I'm not
Where
going fool
if
over
you
here.
pass out on stream, it's a tradition here.
Is it?
Right? Somebody on this panel, wink, wink.
Wasn't that you?
Anybody on this panel? Wink, wink.
No.
Fuck off.
yeah, PB. I think PB's passed out like on more than one occasion when I've been on stream, actually.
Nah.
Yeah. Like we've been straight up like PB. Hey, PB. Yeah, dude.
Jenny
Hey,
Davis,
PB,
am I
think he
like
fell asleep.
transparent? Fuck yeah, I'm Slytherin though. Malfoy is my boy. He got fucked over. Okay, I'm just gonna say while I get into this rant. Okay, seriously, Malfoy is greatly misunderstood. And fuck Harry Potter. Okay, here comes this upstart. I'm the chosen one. I'm the chosen one. I don't want the responsibility of being the chosen one. Meanwhile, Draco, my man, okay, he's hardcore. He's about that fucking wizarding life. And this little prick Potter comes and just bam can do everything. And I don't want the responsibility. I got a scar. It makes me better than everyone else. Fuck that. You know who was the hero? You know who was the hero of that story? Fucking Malfoy. That's the hero of the story.
It's so funny. It's so funny to listen to Zod like rant, but he's got to keep quiet because he's gonna wake somebody up. It's so fucking funny. Like he's like, you know what? It's all quiet.
Rebecca,
He'd be yelling if there wasn't somebody to wake up. I guarantee you.
What?
I agree. Rebecca, I agree. Like, look. I know you're Hufflepuff. I don't got.
Man, he says this, and I like Lord of the Rings, and I'm going to say Sauron did nothing wrong.
No, actually, I agree with you there too. Sauron took a bad rap.
It's Christopher Lee, dude.
Yeah.
I mean,
no, that's Saruman.
Oh, whatever. Listen, I'm not a fucking nerd. Okay, I don't know these things. I don't fucking know these things. I saw the movie once in the theater, and I was like, this shit was too long. It was too goddamn long.
So much walking.
You know what, Janie Davis? Neville Longbottom really did pull it out at the end of that.
What a fucking horrible name.
Yeah, it is. His parents hated him.
Yes.
like they must have known he was going to get his ass whooped through wizarding school.
Name him Neville. It'll be fine.
Like, could you imagine? Oh my god! Could you?
Do you know how J.K. Rowling wrote that character? It's like, what's the name of a kid I'd beat the shit out of? Oh, I know.
Neville Longbottom.
That seems about right.
I really should do something on Harry Potter. I did not know there's so much Potter love in the chat. Thank you guys. Like, okay, I was that kid when I was in school. I was that kid who waited for those fucking books. I waited in snowstorms because this was in New York. I waited in a fucking blizzard for 3.5 hours outside of Barnes and fucking Noble in a long line. Yes, I was dressed up as Malfoy. Okay, I was young. All right? I was young. Fuck off. Anyway.
Right. Oh, that's cute. Oh.
Hey, back in the day, if you weren't dressed up like that and you went into that crowd, ooh, that crowd was vicious.
Dude, what is going on with your tank top though right now? Like, what kind of tank top is it? I see it's multicolored. I want to know what's going on with that tank. Show it on camera. Come on.
Okay, hold on. Only for you, Glare.
Oh my fuck.
It's a Jurassic Park. Okay.
If you're watching this, fuck you if you claim Zod.
That's actually kind of dope. I dig it. Zod's got the Jurassic Park going on, man. I love that shit. Shit.
Yes, I agree. I agree. R.I.P. to Alan Rickman, Planet Q's clean. Yeah, I agree. Alan Rickman, now that he did that role, I don't ever see anyone who could have really done Snape like he did. Mm-hmm. I think that when I saw him, and then I'm thinking about it in my head with the book, right? And I was reading it. He was like the perfect Snape that we never knew.
The code key, Mr. Potter. The code key.
Sit down, Mr. Potter.
Okay, higher potions again, Mr.
I can literally quote all those movies. I got the special edition every year of it. Okay, I'm sorry. My inner nerd has bled out there, but I mean, come on, everyone in the chat knows this.
See, I don't see. That's what's craziest.
No, that's the real hero.
That's his
is
most
Snape.
Iconic character, but I think of Alan Rickman only as you know, the diehard terrorist. It's just the only thing I think of when I think of him, and I love it. He's fantastic. He was amazing.
So yes, I wants the shirt, but Janie Davis brings up a good point. I respect the tank top, but it doesn't go with those pants. Yeah, the one said that, but she stole my Arkham Asylum shirt.
Well, the hat doesn't go with anything, so lay off my man, dude. Like, he's dressed how he feels like dressing. Like, let him do what he does, dude. Like,
Zod, do you have a knife? Because right now it'd work fucking perfect if you had like a fucking big ass knife in your hand.
That's not annoying. This is a knife.
That's not a knife. That's a knife.
Oh, R.I.P. to Stevie J. He's been carried away by dingoes. We have no confirmation whether or not he's alive.
Dingoes.
Speaking of carried away, let's talk about cancel culture. So, yeah, we're getting hot. So cancel culture. Now that everybody's getting attacked by it, all of these celebrities are coming out, and guess what they want to change it to? This is the stupidest fucking.
Oh, you mean the thing where they keep trying to been calling this for a while? They're like, it's not cancel culture. It's holding people accountable for their action by getting them fired by the workplace and destroying them and their families' lives. That's not accountability. That's you being a dickhead.
You know what, Cyber? You said it.
I agree with you, Cyber.
Damn it, Cyber! You said everything I was gonna say. It's not
Thank
accountability.
Like Cyber just kept it short. Cyber was like, "This is how it is."
Now, Zod's gonna go into it and he's gonna explain it his fucking way, which will be doublespeak, and then everybody will walk away more confused than before we even started the goddamn show.
All right, PG, let's take a nap together while he does that. Let's do it. we'll just cuddle, dude. We'll cuddle. I'm not above it.
So this is brought to us by US Today, David Oliver, and it is about this. So let's see what David has to say. Let's see what David has to say about cancel culture. This should be riveting. To cancel or not to cancel? That is the question. Public figures have increasingly confabulated cancel culture or been canceled themselves in recent years. Bill Cosby deserved it. Harvey Weinstein, most fucking certainly.
Hey, no. Those are sexual predators, by the way. That's not the cancel culture. That was shit coming up.
Yeah, those were like scumbags. But anyways,
that was evidence that came forth. That's not that wasn't the fucking cancel culture. That was people going, wait, what the fuck? Because there's a lot of people denying it with Bill Cosby. Like, there's no fucking way. And then it just all this shit happened, and we're like, holy fucking shit. He gave him referitas.
Pie going on over there. Wait, too soon? Anyways, and it's not official. It's not just criminal offenders. God, YouTube's gonna definitely pull this one. Everyone from Billy Bush to Chrissy is that Chrissy Teigen? Yeah, Chrissy Teigen and
cunt.
Billie Eilish. I know that like Billie Eilish has been subject to cancellation based upon past mistakes and actions ringing from accusations of bullying, misogyny, racism, and more. And this
I always remember, though, Adolf Hitler contacted me from the grave, and he says he's sorry for the Holocaust.
It's my turn. This is where I have
you need to take this over, Zod.
PB, you need to teach Zod how to use buttons.
This is where I have an issue because you should not be getting in trouble by a mob of people for these things. Are they wrong? Yes. Do they exist? Yes. But we do not need a fucking Twitter mob of idiots gathering together over what they perceive as misogyny and racism and fucking getting rid of people's careers. So guy, this isn't the fucking same. It's not accusation, it's perception. And apparently now, fucking perception is reality, and everybody just doesn't read into context or fucking words, because sometimes it's just something you say, which is an allegory or symbolism for something else, and these fucking idiots who didn't pass third grade pass judgment on you. So fuck them, and fuck this guy.
I'm sorry, I missed that. Could you repeat that, please?
I'm sorry now. Husky, what were you going to say?
Oh, I was saying, it'd be, they all do this and they get mad at stuff. And I like to say, Adolf Hitler contacted me from the grave. He said he'd like to apologize for the Holocaust. It was a mistake. It was an oopsie accident, and everyone always forgives it for some reason when it's of someone that they agree with. Though I don't know if they agree with that, but also Stalin apologizes for killing 20 million people by starving most of them to death
I
and
mean,
just killing the rest that he didn't agree with.
But Stalin had a head of hair though. You know what I mean? I mean that shit was fucking stylish, dude. Dude was. I mean, my man had a blow dryer before anybody had blow dryers. You know he did.
And here's where the article gets more infuriating, because now we're going to bring the politics in it, which doesn't have anything to do with it, but the political right has mangled cancel culture, lamenting what they perceive
That's
as
maligned.
left-seeking political correctness over small missteps. No, it's not. You fucking, USA, today you're so fucking, okay. Anyways, that's not the issue that either side is bringing up. The issue is taking, say, a joke that Kevin Hart made like 10 years ago and condemning him over, guess what? Fucking comedy. He doesn't fucking mean it. It was a fucking joke. And because your fucking feelings are hurt, because your little fifis are hurt, because you can't handle hearing big boy topics, you want to go and dogpile on the person. That's what it is. It has nothing to do with political sides. Well, I mean, that does play a part, but it has nothing to do with that. It's about these fucking idiots who seem to get the voices of the companies and fucking entertainment as a whole and go, hey, we don't like this person. We're a loud, obnoxious weirdo. And Disney and all the rest of them go, oh, look, all of these obnoxious weirdos are saying this person is saying something wrong. So I'm going to just fucking get rid of them and blackball their career. That's what this is about. It has nothing to do with one side or the other. It is a fucking witch hunt. What this is right now is the fucking Salem witch trials in modern day. That's what it is. You know what? Fuck it. Let's not get rid of their careers. Let's just fucking burn them at the stake. Let's just fucking skip a step. Let's just take everyone up, round them up, and fucking burn them like witches. Because that's what we're doing right now.
Like Salem.
Like Salem.
Like, it's one thing to have a strong opinion, right? And that's fine. Everyone should be entitled to that opinion. But cancel culture takes it to a level where it's a full-out witch hunt where it destroys people's lives, like Cyber had said earlier. So, they're picking off their own now, and I'm kind of enjoying it, so fuck them. Fuck them. I hope they enjoy the ride. They're really wasting my fucking time. They waste everyone's fucking energy with their bullshit, their goddamn policing of language and my feelings. Motherfucker, get in line. Do you think life gives a fuck how you're going to get fucked today? No, it's not. Stand on your own ground. Get a set of balls. Learn how to fucking deal with your own shit. And learn how to have your own fucking voice and stop holding up a sign and get the fuck out there and do something about shit. Getting fucking sick of these fucking kids, man. Somebody pick up their kids. They left them at daycare.
Hi, Matt Squirrel.
Hello.
By the way, kids, stay in the fucking program buildings that everyone has to pay taxes for. I don't care which side on the political spectrum you're on. You're not leaving the middle of fucking school to just hold a fucking sign and do shit. Stay in school. I don't even care if I like it. Just stay there. No one wants to deal with you rat bastards during the day.
It's true. It's true.
The only witch hunting sucks, man.
Yeah. And it's awful. And the whole thing is like, there's this other side of that coin, stay in school, blah, blah, blah. But what are they teaching in school now? They're teaching like this shit in school, aren't they? You know what I mean? So,
dumb shit.
I mean, right. So it's a no-win situation. It's like we as elders have to just kind of like prepare for like where the future's going. You know what I mean? Like we just
By
have
the way,
to do
I'm
that.
part of I'm part of the Gen Z generation, and one half of Gen Z hates the other half of Gen Z for being a bunch of annoying, obnoxious jackasses.
Now, here's what's interesting. They said, what is cancel culture? Where did it come from? The phrase has been traced back to the 1980s.
No. I know where it came from. Like if you swear to Salem, Then you saw it resurge in Germany in the 1930s. You also saw it resurge in the USSR when they had to get rid of the Mensheviks after the war. It's always
Yeah.
been there. It's just who can radicalize these people around that idea.
And the rest of this, I don't even want to fucking read this because these guys are gonna piss me off. But I mean, here's the thing. This is, and we got a lot of go mad squirrels in there.
Fanta said that she had said the same thing earlier. I wasn't reading comments. I apologize, Becca. Excuse me, Fanta. I was looking at I was listening and doing Photoshop in the background. But yeah, Fanta's. She was the one that said in chat. That's sort of what I said. So her comment was pretty much the same thing. They eat their own. Well, yeah, and it's enjoyable. Let them do it. And it's kind of like what happened to Andrew Yang recently. Oh my God. And so if anyone doesn't know about it, he was running for mayor of New York City, and that fell apart because he was introducing his people, his staff, as LGBT, but he did it so frequently that people were becoming offended.
Janie Davis has a really good perspective on it. Says that man Squirrel, sometimes the only way to do something in the world is to speak about what it is hurting you, but people take it too far.
Oh yeah.
And I respect that coin. Yes, we do need to speak up about bullshit. That's why we've started our channels. Everybody here on this panel has a channel because something along the lines pissed us off, and we decided to bitch about it. And we've been lucky enough for all of you.
Not
people
me, man. I just dig the fucking clicks and views, dude. You know the fucking suckers. I'll tell you that shit
He's
right
in it
now.
for the money,
Fuck
man.
y'all. Fuck all
He's in it for the
Like,
money.
y'all can kiss my ass. Kiss my Dominican dick. Y'all can kiss my ass.
You're like, it's important.
Well, okay, let me rephrase.
I don't believe in
on the
shit.
panel-
I don't believe in nothing.
In it for the money.
Oh, Jesus Christ. I thought I was going to be the one plugging tonight. Anyways, so.
I'm sorry, that just struck me off. I was like, what?
The glare goes off the rails. Oh, God.
I don't believe in nothing. It's all an act.
Unintentional commentary. You know that somebody says something so like out left field. You're like, what? What the hell was that? Okay, it's cool. It's like Thanksgiving dinner right here.
But I mean, no. Janie Davis has a good point. It's not so much about voicing what you're saying, right? It's in the manner people are doing it. You guys ever seen a fucking safe space? There's nothing fucking safe about that space. You are taking your life in your own hands if you go into a safe space, because all it is screaming and yelling at each other. It's like we've lost the ability to be able to talk to each other like fucking human beings. We've lost that ability to just say, hey, you know what? You're being a dick.
What do you, I guess my question, and this is related, but what do you think contributes to this lack of, I mean, outside of, I don't know, I'll leave it open. But what do you think contributes to reasons why communication's gotten so bad the way it has?
I think it's this, and I'm going to be perfectly blunt here, people, and if I offend you, welcome to the channel. I think it's this view of making these young people pussies, honestly, because they coddle them and schools tell them. I've experienced this firsthand, and anybody who's a parent here who can vouch with me, I've experienced this firsthand of the fucking coddling. Like, oh my God, you've got to be sensitive to this one and that one. And I came from New York. I was in an inner city school. Do you think if I told a fucking person that I knew who may or may not have been in a kind of gang or anything and been like, hey guys, you know what? We just need to talk this out. What the fuck do you think would have happened to me? I would not be here right now.
I'll strangle someone.
Can y'all see Zod with his little cowboy hat sitting in the 8th grade looking at the teacher going, fuck you. I don't like you. fuck at everything you're saying. Kiss my ass.
I think not exactly like Zod, but I do believe it's the fucking social media we have, and it's given like a platform for the fucking freaks, weirdos, and those radicalized people. Like Well,
but it's given, but
back in the
it's
day
also
before.
given a
No,
voice. It's
let me
also
finish
given a
this.
voice to the
Let me
the
finish.
same people, though. Go ahead.
Let
Sorry.
me finish. It's those people. A lot of times, those weirdos, those freaks, that they'd stay in their basements and want to see a sunlight day, and you wouldn't know. But now you giving them something where they can stay in there, and then you see all this weird shit, and now they've made it mostly acceptable for them to do all this shit. And you stare at it, and you're like, "What the fuck is this?"
Yeah, it's
I'm
been. I'm
Oh, sorry.
No,
there was a comment from Shalena that I just wanted to point out real quick. She had put it back a ways a bit here. I'm scrolling, but it says Chrissy Teigen was bullying a teenage girl and telling her to kill herself. Do you remember that? That's what Shalena was discussing.
Yeah, I do. I remember that. And they're treating her like she's a victim. And Squirrel, this is the problem, because these young kids, and I've talked to some of them because I fucking patrol them all and I listen to the conversations and stuff. And the youth has this warped view of how the world works, and it's being presented to them through entertainment and these celebrities that they look up to. They see someone like that bullying someone, and they think that's how you're supposed to get a point across. And it goes to the school system. They say, you need to be sensitive about this. You need to do this. You need to do that. Oh, we can't do this. We can't say this because it offends this, and this culture. And we've lost the sense of just showing kids how to be decent human beings. Fuck politics. Fuck.
No. What we lost, Zod, I'm sorry, I have to cut you off here, but what we've lost is the sense of teaching our kids how to be independent.
Exactly.
Independence
and to challenge authority.
Right. We have to teach our kids to question things, and we have to teach our kids to when things get difficult, you got to put your kids in certain difficult situations where you got their back, you're spotting them. You know what I mean? You got your hands up, you're spotting them. But hey, how are you going to handle this? And we lost that somewhere along the way. And that's really important. And that's why this generation is so weak. That's why this generation is so
after
codependent.
not being in war for over 100 years, for almost 100 years.
That's why communism for some reason is appealing, because we've lost that sense of independence and teaching our kids that sense of independence. I mean, how crazy is that? Think about that for a second. Like your job as a parent when they're children is to make sure that they're fed, that they're safe. But when they reach a certain age, even in childhood, they reach a certain age, a young age, where you start to teach them how to obtain the things that you've been nurturing them with on their own. And we've lost that because we are so vain that we want to be the ones to give them everything. We want that recognition. We want that praise from them when they're adults. And that's not going to happen, because these same kids now that are acting the way that they're acting, they're not showing any gratitude to their parents. They're looking at their parents like, oh, they abused me. Oh, they neglected me. Oh, they did this. Oh, they did that. It's like, no, man. You were given an opportunity to teach yourself something, and I was trying to teach you something, but you chose to go the victimization way instead of
the accountability way.
Right.
You want to hear this? Because I've been through the school system recently. The schools actually do not, like I said, they do not teach you to challenge authority. They want you to bend the knees and follow the rules. You can't even stand up for yourself against a bully, which I'm starting to think we need bullies again to beat up some kids so they fucking learn how to toughen up. And,
I mean, a wild animal teaches their own young. Like, you gotta go out in the world and do it.
If you do challenge authority on a teacher, you do sometimes get in trouble by that teacher. Right. They don't want to teach you that. No, they want you to obey. and then they want you to follow exactly what they quote unquote teach you, which is not all the time they teach you. They just tell you how to fill out tests.
When you
They
remove
teach you how to fill out a circle dot that you remember is like, oh, this has to be the correct answer. So then you click then you circle the correct answer when you go to the ballot box.
when you remove the burden of accountability from someone, their independence becomes secondary if you do it at a young age. So when you remove because accountability is a burden, but it's a burden that a proud person would gladly carry. You know, I'm in charge of my own life. I'm in charge of what happens to my life. I'm in charge of everything. But when you remove that burden, because that's the thing that we all struggle with growing up.
Mm-hmm.
But when you remove that burden and say, hey, you're not accountable, somebody should be taking care of you. Naturally, a child is going to go, well, sure, of course. Yeah.
Right.
And that's the norm today. That's the norm. And it's really scary because what's going to happen is...
hold on a second, Claire. I wanted to adjust this. Janie Davis, I agree with you that there's the LGBTQIA representation and whatnot, but I would challenge this because this has been here because we addressed this problem, and I know because I lived in the era in the 90s. I remember the after-school special. I remember hearing the stories. Okay. I feel that there's a difference, and I understand what you're saying. I do. I get what you're saying, and you bring up some valid points. Yes, there is a thing about teaching more openly these things that kids should know. I 100% agree with that. I was never against that teaching them that because unfortunately it's a part of the world, and if they can fucking Google, they're going to ask you questions eventually. So I don't disagree with that point. But I disagree with harping on it because, Janie, we've already been addressing these issues fucking since 1990. It reached its height. I remember fucking people killing themselves because they didn't want to admit that they were gay to a family member. I lived in that fucking era. So what we have now is not fucking even close to what it was in 1990. We don't have this big issue where people can't come out. If anything, anyone could come out now and they'd be like, oh, that's it? This is
that's
your
what
big
makes
secret?
it so bizarre, isn't it, Zod?
It's not a big thing, Janie. It's veiled under. They make it based on a few little cases.
Why is that so much of a why is it being made out to be like there's no tolerance for this when you have the Libertarian Party, sorry to get political, but they're like, the common consensus is stay out of your bedroom and your pocket. Government stays out of your bedroom and your pocket, right? What's not appealing about that? You know what I mean? Now, I'm not saying to go libertarian, whatever. I'm just saying, it is what it is. Like, don't sit here and act like there's intolerance when there's clearly tolerance. And there's this masking, this you're throwing paint on fur coats that aren't even fur coats, saying, you're being intolerant. No, we're not. We're just saying it's not that big a deal. We don't give a shit. That's what we're saying. We don't fucking care. If you want to fucking suck somebody's dick, I don't give a shit what gender you are. Fucking suck them. Great. If it makes you happy, awesome. But sitting here and gaslighting everybody and saying that we're intolerant of it is crazy. That's crazy.
It's starting to get like the DARE program for all this shit.
And Janie, I would like to say yes. Does this still happen? Yes. Does racism still happen? Yeah, I'm sure it does.
Yep.
Is there some asshole right now who's like, burn all of the so-and-sos? Yes, probably. Right. We're never going to get away from it because we are human beings. But what we're talking about is the pretentious Hollywood sticking their nose into anything they're creating by perpetuating the hatred. It's being perpetuated by sitting there and bringing it out as if everybody is doing it. It's creating and fostering an environment as if it's a continuous and constant thing and that nobody in America is open-minded and stuff. I would say this. Why aren't we highlighting the people who are doing things for these groups?
Okay, really quick before we get off of this, because I do have something to add on this as a parent. I have a son. Middle Squirrel is, I've said this before, but I feel like I have to repeat it because I just do. Because unfortunately, stupid people are going to be stupid people. And, in the past, especially in school systems, right? And this is not referring to our chat or anybody else. This is just one of those things where I have to preface it with this because of the experiences I've had with him. He has severe autism. And I went through a lot of battling in the schools in a very, I would say, very blue state, very blue school district. And they are masking helping. And at least here in the United States, they have a lot of programs for LGBT. And I completely agree with that, Janie, with what you're saying. Absolutely. I think it's great that they can be open. I'm glad that they have resources. When I was in school, I was in the first group that they had at our school for that. I am married, but I was involved in that group for a very long time. I walked with many people very proudly and very happily for them because a lot of people were living homeless. They were on drugs. They didn't have family support, and it was because they were gay, and it was a direct relation to the community I lived near. So religious community. So when it comes to how the schools are handling this, they're masking assistance under different programs that are not, it's like they're separating parents from being more involved in the right ways. So the school's almost taking over the rights of parents by downplaying the roles that they are having with their children. And it is completely dependent on the state. In the United States, it's state by state differences. It's the way the programs are set up. And if you read the documentation of these programs they roll out, they have a lot of mental health programs that are paid and bought for through different corporations through the federal government, like Bayer being one of them. It's to me, I keep an eye on these things because these are being funded for mental health, but it's also about disconnecting the children more from their parents in very strange ways. And it's hard to explain without opening a Pandora's box. But I really believe that I think the conversations about bullying is still an issue. It's just different. It's a different type of bullying now. It's a different breed. It's not the same traditional crap, we dealt with as younger people, right? So now it's a hell of a bigger battleground as far as bullying goes. So bullying still exists. I know that. I've seen it already. I have 3 kids.
Fuck,
So
if you play that game Overwatch, let me tell you guys something. I did not know bullying was a thing, and this is all in all seriousness. I didn't know bullying and toxic shit was still a thing, and this is for you, Janie and Rebecca, so I understand your points until I fucking played Overwatch. The shit people say on there, and this isn't people my age, because I got into a group with some people who were older and we had a chill time. These are young kids going, fuck your mother. Yeah. All of this stuff. So I agree with you guys 100%. There is bullying.
I just had to say it, because it was there's so much dysfunction in the public schools that, you kind of hope that it'll get better. And parental involvement is absolutely, I am 100%, about getting involved in your child's school, getting involved with your children, knowing what they're learning in school, having conversations, communicating with your kids from the moment they're young and being honest with them, obviously appropriate to their age, right? But it's just so frustrating because the stuff that we dealt with, my son wandered from the school premises. He was missing. I was lied to about how long he was missing. The police were involved. And this happened during a school day. This was the first grade. And that was the beginning of his public school education. And so after that, I was there every day with I had a little girl, a little hoagie with me, the small squirrel. And we were there every single day. And I helped those teachers in every way, shape, or form ever since he was young. And now that we're in Texas, it's a whole nother system, and it's a whole nother broken system. So once again, it's about getting yourself involved and not being afraid to ask questions, and also advocate, being a part of any kind of advocacy commission or anything like that. That's what a lot of these parents have had to do that have children with any kind of special needs. And, these kids deal with both bullying the problem is these kids are dealing with a lot of bullying from adults. and it's a different kind because it's, I don't know, lack of better words, and I'm not trying to be insulting, but it's like woke bullying, where they automatically give them, leeway where they shouldn't have leeway, and then not, you know what I mean? It's like they're not really balancing how they're addressing certain things with these children. They're throwing them into classrooms that are with neurotypical kids. I mean, quote, normal, I put in quotes, normal kids with kids that have special needs because they're integrating classrooms. But the problem is the teachers are not trained to teach children with special needs. So that puts all this pressure on the teacher to get new curriculum. I have had to train so many teachers of how just to communicate with him, because even therapists and stuff have to be approved by the school board, even though you have an IEP and all this other crap, which is like a little educational plan. That doesn't really protect your child. You still need to be involved. I remember them lying. I remember getting involved with schools and directly with school districts over bullshit, and them lying to my face about stuff that I had documented. And I'm like, well, that's not going to work. So yeah, it really pisses me off.
So you know, Squirrel.
Yeah, and
Claire said bye to everybody.
Oh, bye, Claire. Sorry, Claire.
There is a thing though. They do paint an image that you are wrong, but we are not. And the fucking shit. I almost completely lost my train of thought because I wanted to add onto what Squirrel said is there are teachers, and I know this because I had an IEP. I'm not going to get into all my mental health issues, people. Just know that I have ADHD and a bunch of other shit stacked on it.
Yeah.
But there's teachers that will actively ignore that.
Yeah. Absolutely.
And that makes it worse.
You know
and I
what?
had one math teacher who's she can't teach a class to save her fucking life.
Did she make you like her mission?
No, like she doesn't know how to control a classroom if it has fed kids or not. My buddy had her as a homeroom teacher, and he told me, he's like, I don't know how she can teach a class. I'm like, she can't. She couldn't fucking teach it. But the people that would pass her class are the ones who kissed ass.
Well, yeah, that's how it has always gone. But I wanted to just say something to everybody in the chat. I appreciate your conversation right now. I noticed the interaction, and I wanted to highlight something, okay, to bring our point full circle. What we're doing right now is what we're not doing out there. I think the problem, because Squirrel, to give a more rounded answer, I think the problem we run into is that we don't have forums like this. Like Janie said some stuff I don't necessarily agree with, but she made some points that I do agree with, and I've probably said a bunch of shit she doesn't agree with, right? But here we are, and we're going back and forth. And Janie, that's the issue that we have, and everybody else. This is the bigger issue, is that I think the problem stems from a willingness of not having or not teaching people to communicate without screaming and shouting and talking about you're being this and you're this because you don't see my point of view. I probably will never see your point of view, but I respect you. I respect you because you're another human being and you're another adult. Yeah. And even though I might not agree with what you're saying, I have now a new perspective to look at.
Right.
And that is what we're missing. People are so scared to even listen to another opposing point of view. And this is the issue, because the only way you grow is to have people challenge your point of view. They got to challenge who you are, because it makes you look at yourself and it makes you think introspectively about who you are.
No critical thinking.
Then formulate your own sets and values. I am not just created by my mom or my dad's points of view. I am created by different information that I've heard and gathered over the years, life experience, and then listening to you fine folks or to other people and going, you know what? Some of what they said, they raised a good point. Maybe I'm looking at this slightly more narrow than I could. This is the issue. Communication is the issue. And this isn't just 2015, 2016, 2021. I mean, this goes back a long way. But with the internet, we're seeing more of the intolerant, closed-minded views. With the with Twitter and Snapchat and these young kids getting a hold of this, we're seeing more of a naive point of view that hasn't grown yet and learned other things about the world, and just giving a narrow point of view and causing backlash, bullying, things like that. That's cyberbullying, right? It's like saying you're a piece of shit because of blah, 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 blah. But you see what the bully has wrong is they don't look at the other person's life. They can't. They're over the fucking internet. Nobody from here is going to know what I'm like in real life, right? You're not going to see my struggles. You're not going to see what I've gone through. You're not going to know that I've watched people die that I love, literally, on a battlefield. You guys don't know any of that. You haven't lived my life. But right now, right here, we're communicating about it. And that's the point of this channel, right? That's the point of why we're doing what we're doing. Communication. And this is our issue. Hollywood is communicating one perspective, one point of view. They're not opening and communicating a broad spectrum. So kids who have hold of Google and pull up the first headline, they're only seeing one point of view. And nobody is willing to look at different perspectives anymore. And I think that's what makes a rich individual. It's looking at everything, not just one person, but multiple people.
Hey, Perp.
And
I want to get to Janie's comment where she tagged me, not that one, but she knows which one where she's talking about like my diagnosis beyond is there's the only reason I'm not open about all my mental health except ADHD because it's very common gene is I don't like the pity. There's so many people that if you say you have this, they'll just give you pity. I've seen it from YouTube when people say they have it, they just all get this pity and then they swell up with this like attention and shit. I don't want your pity. That's the only reason why I'm not extremely open about my mental health things. But if you get to know me, you'll know what the fuck is wrong with me.
Yeah, and you know, see, this is the thing. This is the thing too. Well, Jay, I'm not going to get into that discussion, but I will say this. I'll say it's both sides. I call bullshit for both political parties, and I'll tell you why, because I was in the service and I served under both. I served under a conservative government and I served under a liberal government. They're both the fucking same. Guess what? They both ordered people murdered. They're both evil, okay?
They're both
There's the
brown
big
people.
secret. Spoiler alert, I had work for both sides, okay? So you know what they're solely motivated by? Fucking money. But here's the thing, the bigger problem. My problem is that you know what, Janie, you have a great perspective. You are saying, like, I've used this to find different communities, right? We found this JD community. That's the positive. But there's the ugly side, the people who find the negative communities, right? We were part of that at one point. We know that exists, right?
Sometimes you don't realize it at first. You know, you don't realize that that's the intent of a certain community, right? When you get entangled with it, and then you start seeing a pattern, or you know what I mean. Everyone picks it up differently at different points, and you're like, oh man. Margot had said emotions are real and cannot be ignored, and that is 100% true. You know, there was Janie had a couple good comments. I'm scrolling back here, but she was talking about. Sorry, Janie. Also, Mr. CCDV had some really good commentary.
Yep.
And I'm sorry. I'm going to grab that in a second. And she said, I feel like parents have been alienated from their parents or, you know, been alienated from their children for like a long time, or children have been alienated from their parents for a long time. And I think, yeah, that's been a progressive thing. I mean, has a lot to do with how family structures have changed, the need for daycare, you know, things like that, where there's, you know, there is not that closeness there. And that really does add to it for sure. There was another comment that Janie had, and I apologize, Janie, where the hell is it? I'm not getting a cookie, but anyway, I apologize. But, you know, Dia for JD said, listening is half the battle. To be heard can be such a big thing. It's a very powerful statement, and very true. Hold on, I'm going to go. I'm scrolling. I'm so sorry. Hi, Perp. Perp popped in here throwing potatoes. Oh my.
Mr. CCTV, I just wanted to say something to that. I don't admit this a lot, but I actually have that myself. I do suffer from
Yeah, you found it.
PTSD. I choose very stupidly not to get help, and the reason why is because of when I was in the service and the things I've seen. I don't feel like anyone can connect with exactly what I've been through, but I understand where you're coming from. I've had night terrors, not being able to sleep. I'll tell you what, it has taken me till 20 to be able to get right with that. So, sir, I applaud you. I'm glad that you're going through the steps that you need to do. And really, my hats off to you,
Zad, you
because
have PTSD. How are you around the 4th of July?
it's bad. It's
Yep.
bad. I was
That's a story I
comfortable
hear
with
with
pop
most of you
culture
guys.
PB because I had a lot of people around, but you could ask Bitchy. I have a very hard time with fireworks. I still do. Um, I hate fireworks. I hate them a lot. I mostly sit through them because it's like a family function or a gathering, of just the thing that you do. But you could sit, like sitting in a chair, and it's yeah. But I was there. I was there.
Yeah.
There used to be time. There used to be a time, and it's cool that someone in the chat that understands this, because I don't talk about this a lot. If you guys know, I don't like to highlight it a lot. It's something I did. I don't need to fucking brag, but I remember when I came back and hearing fireworks, I would jump. Hearing a car engine go off, like the backfire,
Yeah.
I would get skittish, or I would when I go to the mall, I would always look around, because you were taught to be observant about your environment. It literally means life or death. So
Oh God,
you
I
get
bet a
nervous.
mall. You know what I mean? The noise of a mall over time, depending on how many people. How do you do with that?
What happened to me was I went to a place called something Taekwondo, and I met an instructor named Master E, and he helped me to overcome a lot of things. He got me back into martial arts, and he taught me about learning how to control my anxiety and things. And it still gets to me every now and again, but we worked on a lot of breathing exercises, and he talked to me for many hours about things that I never talked to anybody else about. We were very close. And teaching kids, the kids helped me tremendously. Like when I instructed kids, seeing them get over their fears made me realize I could get over mine. And that's really what happened. Martial arts, even though I don't do it anymore and I don't teach anymore, it saved me, because talking with the kids and having a 10-year-old come up to me and say, I love, thank you, Mr. Cole, for helping me out, or I passed my math test because I remembered you told me don't get angry about it. I don't know what it was, but it helped me cope with the shit that I was going through in my life. So Mr. CCDV, you hang in there, because you're going to get over it. And every day is a battle. It's a fight. Every day getting up is a struggle. And any other vet who watches this or comes across this, it's not just you're going to wake up one day and be better. I don't think I'll ever be 100% better. But I got lucky because I got a little girl who cares about me. I got my girl in there who loves me for who I am. And I was blessed to still have students who call me on my cell phone and tell me about how they got through a test, or now they're getting ready to go to college and they couldn't have done it without me. And it still hits me, because I'm like, holy fuck, this kid is going to make a difference in the world because I taught him something. It's still weird to me. And it saved me. That saved my life, was martial arts.
It's one of those positive things, right? Where kids had, and I agree with a lot of the ladies are sending love in chat to you, and and
Oh,
as well
thank
as
you guys. I don't
also
talk
to
about it
Mr.
a lot, so it's
also
not-
to Mr. CCDV as well. Like, it's not easy saying, okay, I'm having a hard time. It isn't easy because there's a part of you that even though you know you need to do it and it's a positive thing, going to any kind of counseling and therapy for any form of PTSD, whether that's from combat, whether that's from abuse, it's traumatic because it's a process, right? It just cycles and cycles and cycles. And you can only hope that some of those cycles whittle away over time. They lessen, but there's always going to be those things, those little things. And like he was saying in chat, he doesn't like being surprised. I can only imagine. I don't know what the aftermath looks like, but you know what I mean? I would only imagine that would absolutely, because he mentioned that he went to a revival at a stadium, an Angel Stadium, and they had surprise fireworks and he cried for an hour before he drove home. And you know what? I'm sorry that happened to you, because even though it's like you can't help, there's nothing I could say or anybody could say to Zod here or to you to make it like better, right? Just know that there's a community here that does care, and there are people here that do care. And PTSD is the most difficult obstacle to overcome because it's like you're reliving, kind of like a broken piece of film in the brain, where it just keeps coming back. And you're like, I thought I threw this film out, or I thought I filed this away, and it comes up and it comes up, and it may not even be when you expect it, and that's another surprise that's not so great. And it could be very minor things, like I used to counsel Vietnam vets, and holy crap, I was like, oh my god, But the thing they were so resilient,
I wanted to bring this up because this really hit me. Janie Davis, you are 100% right. Kids help with my pain condition too. Everyone focuses on how much kids need us, but they never mention what kids do for us, and it's true.
Mhm.
It's 100% true, Janie. I literally lived that. I think working with kids helped me to get over my fear, because I used to have panic attacks being in public a lot, and being an instructor helped me realize that I'm a leader, right? So I can't be scared to death and expect, one of my students to be able to do their test. I remember there was this little girl in my class, and she was screaming and crying because was her first test. There was about 80 plus students in this thing, and it looked big and intimidating. She was one of my favorites. And I took her to the side and I said, "What's wrong?" And she was telling me, and she's like, "Mr. Cole, I'm so scared. I can't do this." So I told her, "Guess what?" And she was about wee high. So I kind of got down on her level and I said,
Right.
"You know what?" And she goes, "What, Mr. Cole?" And I go, "I'm terrified too." Because it happened to be I was testing that day. And I go, "I'm scared. But if you don't go out there, then I can't go out there either." And she goes, "Really?" And she wipes off her little tears.
Aw.
And I go, "Yeah." So I go, "If you get out there and you do your test, then I'll go and I'll take my test." And she stayed after,
Aw.
because all the little kids could leave afterwards, but her parents let her stay.
Moral
She stayed
support.
after, and she watched me get my first degree, black belt. And then of course I had a lot of pressure because I can't fucking fail my
Yeah,
test.
I was gonna say, you really can't screw it, guy. Don't crush your little dreams.
But so I totally agree with that statement, because she helped me because I was nervous. But then it became about, okay, she's breaking down and crying, and now I gotta hold it together and look like the strong one so that she can get through her test. And she helped me get through mine, because I was no longer worried. I was like, oh shit, if I fail this, I'm gonna look like an idiot.
That's what you got to do, though, sometimes, is you got to look like the strong one, even though you're just as scared as they are.
Yeah.
You got to
Yeah,
be
and-
that beacon of hope for someone.
There's a lot of times where it's like, things are hurting you. There are going to be things in this world, right? And then talking about children. And this was the hardest lesson, like with all three, that I still go through. Now I'm quite aware of things that will hurt my children that I cannot protect them from. Meaning it's not a bully on a playground. It's not something more like an illness where you can get a doctor appointment and sit with them and get them treatment. And then, at the end, there's light at the tunnel. There are some stuff that will inevitably hurt your kids that you can't protect them from. And it was like a big wake up call. I was like, oh shit. Yeah. Being a parent's a pain in the ass. But yeah, I mean, little kids are so resilient. And that's a little gift that they give us is they're so resilient. They think so with so much love and affection. And yes, some of it's, naivety. Yeah. But if they have the right state of mind, they'll hang on to the good parts and know that, that there's good people in the world and they have that love and innocence in them. And at the same time, they're so wise in their own ways. I'm not saying they're like little Buddhas running around because, these are kids that run into doors and stuff like that. God bless them. Yeah. Or like blow up, firecrackers in the backyard, things like that, start shit with the neighbors. But kids have their own ways of, viewing the world. And it's very enlightening to adults. And we have to remember what it was like to be that age. And it does help, no matter if it was good or bad times, understanding how far we've come or lessons learned or just remembering those experiences. That's what helps you make a better parent or aunt or uncle to your kid, to any kids, Okay. Oh, hello, Maura. I saw her pop in.
Hey, Maura, good to see you here. And yes, I love this quote, and I'm sure Cyber will co-sign this from one of the best movie trilogies out there, that there's some good in the world, Mr. Frodo, and it's worth fighting for. Samwise Gamgee, don't you ever change, you lovable bastard.
Hashtag wisdom.
There's a lot of good quotes from Lord of the Rings.
Oh,
and that's what it's mostly about. Even though PB's asleep, it's mostly about there's a lot of lessons and shit you learn through Lord of the Rings, even in the books.
Yeah.
You know what though? You know what I appreciate, guys? I appreciate that we're having this very touchy topic. And this shows the great audience that we have because, like I was saying, we all have differing point of views. And I guess kind of to round out and end that subject, the point of the whole matter is that we need more things like this, guys. We need more things with all of you great groups of people and everybody in here who we could talk to and vent to. We need safe spaces and all of that stuff. We need to actually institute more communication. We need to talk. We need to just fucking talk and say what's on our mind, right? Not use buzzwords and this safe space bullshit. We need to just talk one-on-one, right? You can have a disagreement with anyone. Hell, you should. You should disagree with people. Sometimes disagreeing is the best thing you can do. Sometimes just having a knockout but respectful drag out disagreement helps you see things you wouldn't. We need a little pushback. We need positive conflict. It exists. It can be done. And we can still, look, Janie Davis said some things I didn't agree with. I'm pretty sure I said things she didn't agree with, but at the end of the day, we both had positive stuff to contribute to each other because at the end of the day, we both connect on something, and that's the whole point. We need to get back to being able to connect with each other, and it should be easier online. But the internet is like any school, I mean, it should be
it's
right.
Just fucking high school part 2.
Yeah,
that's all it is.
Yeah,
it used to be the fucking wastelands. And then all these little bitches came out and made a high school part 2 because they had to bring their drama and all this shit and their problems and their fake mental health issues that they believe they have that they diagnose themselves, but they don't have that. They just want the fucking attention. But what they do have is a little dose of narcissism. But they're not going to get that shit because they're too perfect for that. Oh, no, wait. They think they're not because they think they have mental health. That's another thing I would get into. I hate people that pretend to have mental health things, and I'm pretty sure it pisses Zod off when there's people that say, oh, I have PTSD. When you think it's a quirky thing.
Self-diagnosed.
A lot of soldiers will have massive fucking episodes when something sets them off. Am I right, Zod?
Oh, yeah. And you know what, guys? You see me rant and stuff like that. some of my unrestrained anger, when I get passionate about something, I'm not faking it. I'm not putting on a show for the camera. Squirrel, you've gotten to know me by now. Is
Yeah.
that not how we interact? Like, it isn't
Fucking
a
Sagittarian motherfucker. When Sagittarians have sharp tempers, I don't know. It's unintentional, but we, it's really hard to put a filter on when we get pissed. That's what I take it as. I mean, it's not an excuse. It is what it is.
Let me tell you guys something. I've met PB in real life. Everything you hear here, that's PB. That's PB. PB does not change. I've seen him in real life. We've hung out. He's the same fucking person on here in real life.
He's like Mr. Rogers. It's the same person you saw on TV is the same person you got in real life.
Yeah. We don't change. We are who we are on here. And I'll tell you, this has been the good therapy for me because it's been a way for me to focus some of that anger.
Yeah, I am a little different though. Well, everyone on the panel knows, but I don't know how many people in the chat knows is when I was very quiet a lot of times in the streams, but I've gotten comfortable, and that's why they can't get me to shut the fuck up. We joked about that in the green. I joked about that in the green room yesterday.
You were timed out, and I had to tell Zod something like, "What was it I had to tell you in order for Husky to get back on?" He was in purgatory in the back room. He wouldn't let him back on stream, and I had been AFK, and I came back, and he was like telling me, "Hey, tell Zod this." I'm like, "Okay." He was in purgatory though. I don't remember what it was, but yeah, I mean, we know,
Right.
Yeah, and also to all 20 people watching, everybody who will watch, that's why I thank you guys. Because now some of our stories, we are fucking human beings. And honestly, without this great interaction, we don't have anybody to talk to. And believe me when we tell you, we've had those streams. We've had those fucking streams where only us were the ones talking. It is, and I hate to use this word because it gets misused a lot, but honestly, it is a privilege to be able to talk with all of you and have that interaction. And none of us here take that lightly, just so you know. Nobody here takes it lightly. It is amazing, and it motivates me. There's sometimes when I don't want to fucking stream or make a video, but it motivates me knowing that you guys are out there wanting to hear what we have to say. We all hit those ruts, and I just wanted you guys to know I appreciate everything. I don't open up about this shit even in real life to people. It's just not my style, but you guys, all of you, and Squirrel, we were talking about this. You guys are the best chat we've ever had on this channel. Honestly.
Yeah.
100%. I think it's important the people who are engaging as much as us talking. I mean, we've said this 1,000 times, right?
Yeah, and I know we go on our rants, like whether that be me or you or PB or Husky or Glare or Justin, whoever. I'll have our moments of a rant, and I have to go and read back because I'm like, oh God, I went way too far. But really quick, there was a comment from Mr. CCDB. He goes, I'm going to be starting my pain streams again on Thursday mornings. I'll go ahead and start again this Thursday, the 31st, if anyone wants to participate.
Yeah, go ahead and DM me, Mr. CCTV. I believe you should have me on there, but if you don't, it's at General Zod. FZ. Yeah, make sure I got that right because I've been drinking, so I want to make sure.
I ends up giving you some other General Zod and some guy in the Philippines.
General Zod FZ. So go ahead and DM me and let me know when that is because, I'll jump on there. I definitely respect that, and I respect where you're coming from with that. I am always down. If you guys don't know, a while ago, I participated in a stream with a bunch of other vets. And if you haven't seen that, go check out 19K Fox. He has a channel on YouTube. Me, Shellbeck, who was another person who served in the Navy, and I believe 19K
I remember
Fox
so
the
back.
Marines.
They're both good guys. Very good guys.
They were excellent guys, and we did a Memorial Day stream together. It was one of my favorite streams I think I've done. And we all talked about stories and the positive things that we did. And, you know, I want to direct you there, Mr. CCTV. Just want you to know you're not alone, just so you know. You're not alone. And if you ever need to DM me, feel free to send me a DM if you ever need to talk about anything. Because I understand you. And look, I will always talk to anybody who's had those kinds of issues because I've gone through it and it sucks. That feeling sucks. I know how it feels firsthand. I never had an idea what I wanted to do on this channel or where I wanted to go, but you know, I do know I want to help out people where I can. Because at the end of the day, the only way to combat cancel culture and things like that and to open up dialogue is to start talking about it. Oh yeah, you didn't come out the book. Oh yeah, that day, that Memorial Day, I was actually in Great Lakes. But yeah, you know, let me know. Hit me up, and I'll come on your Thursday night stream. But yeah, let me know. I would love to do a 4th of July stream with you. I might have a special guest. Actually, I'll have you come on my channel. Okay, just hit me up. Let me know. I always got a soft spot as far as that goes. I think all of us who serve, we need to stick together. Everybody who's gone through shit, we should definitely stick together. We may not all talk about our experiences, but sometimes just being in a group of people who understand what you're going through and know how you feel is comforting. And if I could do that for someone, that means the world to me. Because when I first came out, I fucking had no one. Even though I had all of these support systems, I felt by myself. I know the feeling of being isolated and not feeling like you can open up to the people around you and tell them about all of this shit going on in your head. And I get it. I get it. I don't want to ramble on too long, but I get it. And if I could help anyone out there, I would love to do that because it gives me a good sense of pride. I don't know.
Oh yeah.
You know, oh bye Laura B. But yeah, you know,
Good night.
I want to end on a high note. And surprisingly, oh wait, hold on. And Rebecca says at Mr. Zod's Phantom Zone, I know I've said this before, but I have to say it again and again. You Zod, you Mad Squirrel, PB Husky, the people in the chat have been my lifesavers. I appreciate that.
Thank you, Becca.
You know,
Sweetheart.
Becca and everyone, you guys, you really hit home how awesome this community is, that we can impact your lives. And if I have a positive effect, honestly, anybody who's been on my channel will tell you that's what I've wanted to do since I started this channel. I'm about talking and getting people to interact in a positive manner. And if I'm achieving that, what was that?
PB? Was that him? I know that's horrible, but like PB.
Was he just responding to us like he was doing last
Oh,
night?
yep. This is PB's MO.
But I kind of want to bring this last little bit on a high note. So I know from before, from doing this, we have some fans. So I want to talk about something that is super exciting. The last topic of the night, Dexter, season 9.
Oh my. See, I wasn't a Dexter fan, so where the hell
You got the wrong. You need my older brother for me to talk about. He liked Dexter.
But I will say, anyone who's watched it, and look, in celebration of this revival series, and I can't see you guys right now. So everybody who wants to see me do this, put a 1 in the chat. I will do a review on every single season leading up to the revival. If you want to see me do that, put a 1 in the chat. In the meantime, I told you guys if I got some new news, I would release it for you. So I got 2 articles here to end the night, and it's about Dexter.
You can't find accused queen saying, "What the hell is Dexter?" You got at least 3 1s though.
Yeah, the 3 1s count.
Oh, awesome. So Showtime finally gave Dexter fans what they wanted on October 2020 when it announced the revival of the series in the works. First premiering in 2006, the show starred the great, the talented, the awesome, the person I can't imagine anybody else playing Dexter anymore, Michael C. Hall. That was very ad-libbed. As a lab technician for the Miami police who was secretly a serial killer. I'd like to highlight, because they really boiled that down, he only killed other serial killers. Anyways, the revival picks up a decade later, focusing on Dexter Morgan as he navigates life in an all-new city. The release date for Dexter Season 9, here's what it says. When does the new Dexter start? Michael C. Hall says late 2021. In June, Hall joined a radio reporter and presentator Phil Williams for a conversation on Times Radio where the two discussed the Dexter revival. During the interview, Williams asked for an update on the status of the reboot, which will explain what Dexter has been up to since his disappearance during Hurricane Laura. Hall said there were still a few weeks of filming left, with the team aiming for a late 2021 premiere. We are about 5 weeks to go, Hall said via Digital Spy. I think the whole shoot would have taken 5 months. It's basically like we're filming it as a 10-hour movie. It will be 10 episodes, premiering at least in the States and Showtime November 7th. The reboot will find Dexter in tiny New York town. The revival would continue the story where it left off. Instead, it jumps ahead to find Dexter living in the fictional Lake Iron Lake, New York, years after abandoning Miami. It will pick up, and much time has passed for him as he has passed for the rest of us, Hall explained. It's been wild. He's been relocated from Miami to a tiny town in upstate New York, so the clothes are heavier and the colors are more subdued. That helps remind me things have changed. Or I could just look in the mirror to realize that time has passed. It's been almost a decade since the end of Dexter, one of the most hated finals in television history. Looking back, Dexter's series final, Hall admitted that he gets why people were so upset with what happened, but that at least set the stage for us to return and answer more definitively what the hell happened to this guy, he added. Who's in the cast of the revival? They will have Yana. Oh, I'm not going to say that, but she's beautiful. Hannah McKay, Julia Stiles. Now, this is an interesting one for all of you Dexter fans out there. Lumen Pierce was a love interest that Dexter had, I believe, in season 1, 2, 3, 4 was when Rita died. So 5. In season 5, Julia Stiles played Lumen Pierce. She was part of the Barrel Girls, where these guys were killing these girls and putting them in barrels, and Dexter found the whole thing. And it was like this motivational speaker guy who was killing these girls. Julia Stiles was a survivor, and Dexter found her. And he was a survivor, or, getting over his wife's death. So they both kind of met up and, as they do on Showtime, had relations. And yeah, it kind of left where she and him decided that, he was what she needed at the time, but he's still a serial killer and she just wasn't that. So they left. Hannah McKay was his love interest. They're both serial killers, so it's like the perfect match. James Reamer is Harry Morgan, and Julie Benz, wow, she's going to be in it? They must be doing flashbacks. When it comes to Jennifer Carpenter, who plays Dexter's sister, there's some speculation she might return to her role as Deborah Morgan, but nothing has been confirmed. A representative were not returned. So far, emails to her representatives were not returned. We guess we'll find out when the show returns. So there's an update for all of you guys who are fans like me of Dexter. It's going to be great. I was not expecting them to bring those characters back. So I'm really fucking intrigued. Like, how is Julia Stiles going to fit into Dexter faking his death? I expected I expected Hannah to return, but she has his son. So how is that going to play out? How do they find out he's still alive? And of course, the biggest announcement. I am a huge Clancy Brown shill. The man is fucking brilliant. And it is confirmed he is the bad guy for this season. I could not think of a better man to put as the overarching bad guy. Like, he's really good as crazy. I mean, Clancy Brown.
the dramatic pause there. Clancy Brown. I mean, man.
Yeah. So it's really interesting. Janie Davis says the sister was not an unexpected element of the final season. Yeah. I figured they were going to take Deborah out. I did not expect them to do that. I think that was one of the problems in the season. So, yeah, I mean, they weren't sure if I forgot his name, but if he was going to return as Harry Morgan, but I guess he is. It's been confirmed by several people, so it's going to be interesting. I know Masuka won't return. The other people who were in Miami, that cast is done. So I'm excited. I know that part that they're shooting in New York, it's very cold. And they shot during the winter, so it's going to be a winter setting. So for all of you Dexter fans, I'm going to start doing season reviews, starting from season 1 all the way to 8, and then I will be reviewing. And this is a show I'll do it on. I'm going to be going episode by episode, all 10 episodes. I'm going to review them as they premiere. So every night I'll put a review out for you guys. Yeah. Janie, I don't know how I feel about. I don't know how I feel about that sister arc. That was weird for me. Like, okay, Squirrel, you're completely bystander in this show.
Yeah.
If you have an adopted brother and develop feelings for him, you're not biologically related now. No blood relation. And you fall for him, do you think that's weird? Because
that's some flowers in the attic kind of shit, man. Like, no, it's weird. No. Like, oh, there's PB. Hello. PB?
I think he's just got his speaker in the background.
Oh, okay. So what we were hearing was my responsive horror. That's a no on that one, Ghost Rider. That's no. I don't need that flowers in the attic kind of storyline. Oh my God. No, thank you. Oh God.
I mean, No.
I know. I'm a prude. All right. No, that's kind of fucked up. Nah, because it's especially if you grew up with them, you know what I'm saying? And then like those relationships are there. It's just, I don't know, man. Yeah. Margot nailed it. She said the same thing. That depends if they were raised together as kids. Yeah, exactly. Ooh. Oh, he's communicating. So why are you talking about incest?
Yeah.
Ooh.
No, I shouldn't give my opinion.
No, I already know. Everything I just was revolted by.
It's better for me not to say anything. Look, I'm just saying.
Security. I think, yeah, I agree with Margo. It depends if they were raised together as kids, because that's just no, man. No, man.
Dexter
Were they?
came to the family after his mom was killed in a crate by a guy with a chainsaw, and he saw it and was like in an inch of blood, which is why he became a blood splatter analyst.
Okay.
So yeah, the cop on site adopted him, Harry Morgan, so, and actually gave him his last name. So yeah, I guess that's that morally gray area. Can we call it morally gray?
Ooh. Like, oh, man.
Margo says, "Quit when your head's on."
No, man. Like, I don't know, man.
You see?
He's adopted.
Thank you, Janie. He is technically adopted.
I'll sit on the sidelines and go, okay. But like, I'm not, I can't co-sign on that, but I'll just say, okay. I don't know what else to say.
Rebecca said, "Did the husky growl?"
No, but now I'm rubbing the microphone with the thing. I know I bumped the microphone. But now I'm rubbing it with my with this towel right here.
I mean,
I meant to do that during
Call
PB
it
stream.
creepy, but not illegal. See,
Yeah, that's true.
And this is the thing too. That was my other issue in the later seasons. I understand them putting that story arc in, but it did make me dirty thinking about that. I'm like,
yeah, it's in that category.
and here was the weird thing. Here was the weird thing about it. The fucking counselor co-signs with her, like coming to this realization, because she has the normal reaction that we all have, like, ill, fuck no, he's my brother,
Mm-hmm.
And she says, well, not your biological brother. And that pretty much her modeling things off of her life was her actually trying to get closer to Dexter. And now that they got older and shit happened, they developed feelings. So I was like, who the fuck would put this story arc in here?
I can't. I don't know. I just don't have it in me. I wish I could be like super open minded on that, but that's just too much for me. I'm like, nope. Creepy.
Because here's the thing. We had Game of Thrones, and I think that was creepier, that people were rooting for Jaime and Cersei. And I'm not even kidding you, people. People literally were online saying Jaime and Cersei Lannister, who were biological brother and sister, should fucking get together. Okay?
What the hell?
Technically,
this is what I was talking about. The fucking weirdos, man.
Not biologically, brother and sister. So I would say it's creepier for the people from the Game of Thrones side who were fucking advocating Jaime Lannister and fucking Cersei to get together. I can't tell you how many people were like, they make a good couple. Well, yeah, but they're fucking brother and sister fucking each other. So I can't get behind that.
Something's wrong with
incest is disturbing.
That's really gross. Whereas with Dexter, I can kind of understand that.
I forgot the name of it now. My brain just shut off, but I blame the porn community for that. I'll leave it there.
Totally, 100%. Like, don't get me wrong.
Chad, if you keep hearing funny noises, this is my avatar move because I'm moving my mic and I don't really have a shock whatever thing on it. So you hear everything.
Oh.
This is a shitty mic stand. I'm gonna invest in a better one. one day.
You know, with Cersei Lannister, she was one of my favorite characters. Yes, I know. I like the bitch of the Game of Thrones, but she was, I don't know. I kind of hoped it would end with her fucking taking everybody out and rolling. I'm a villain. So I was always Team Cersei. But yeah, I always rooted for that character, but I didn't like that relationship. I'm sorry, that's fucking creepy. But the Dexter thing made me uncomfortable because I actually fucking got the point of what was being said.
Right.
And that's where we enter that morally gray line. Like,
Right. It's kind of like there's so many, like, what was it? There was a film that long ago that we were talking about that you'd watch, and it was morally compromising. The whole thing was, because it was also another one of those. It was the Asian film that you watched. I think it was a Japanese film or the Korean film.
Old Boy.
Yeah.
If you guys get a chance, watch Old Boy. I'm not going to tell you what the plot twist is, but you will be so engaged that when the plot twist happens, first of all, you're probably all going to message me and go, what the fuck is wrong with you? Second of all, you're going to feel dirty because of how the movie makes you root for people. And it's just watch Old Boy. Everybody, write it down. Watch Old Boy. Not the new one with Josh Brolin. That's fucking terrible. The one that was in Korea. There's an English dub as well. I'd suggest the Korean version because the voices sound better, but the English dub is good as well. Watch Old Boy. That will make you question things in your life after you get
That's fair.
That will make you question everything you think you know. But yeah, yeah, I do blame the porn community and fan fiction for that, Janie Davis, 100%. And look, I'm going to say this right now. I'm going to say this right now in defense of Jon Snow. I don't give a fuck if my great-grandmother by some kind of fucking blood lineage, if that was Daenerys, I'm sorry. You can call me fucking sick, but I'm staying with her. She fucking controls like, how is that a D&D? How is that even a conflict? I'm sorry. Daenerys is hot. The bullshit reason that they give us, they break up because of what? She's his great-great-grandmother by blood or some shit? So fucking what? So what? That's
You're saying royalty? Incest is normal in royal families.
But it's so fucking diluted. Like, honestly, any male is gonna see fucking Daenerys and go, oh no, that's my great grandmother twice removed in this bullshit fucking heritage I didn't even know I was part of. So I can't be with. Fuck you.
Bless you.
Like oh yeah, there we go, Margot. Sorry, it's been a while. She's his aunt. You know what? Fuck it. I'm sorry. Fuck it. He didn't know. They had no fucking clue. I'd say fucking bury that shit in the furthest reaches of your brain. I'm sorry. Everyone can call me what you want, but she fucking controls dragons. Boom.
What the hell? You're like, who cares? She controls dragons.
Incest is normal in royal families. Yeah.
Yeah, somebody mentioned that in chat. Yep.
Yeah, I love saying that.
It was
I love saying it.
And she was what? I mean, can we? Okay, she was an aunt. Can we really say that that's like? Is that really that fucked up? She's his aunt and she looks like that. I don't buy it. Are you kidding me? I've seen my aunts. I'm sorry. Or maybe it's just because we're related and I just don't see them like that. Whatever. But she was in the other side of the fucking globe. And you know what? Jon Snow wouldn't have known shit if no one told him. So fuck the person who told him. I think it was Tyrion or someone. You know what? Fuck you. You should have just not said anything, okay? Ignorance is bliss in that situation. I'm sorry, take what you will, but it's Daenerys fucking Targaryen.
Yeah, I should have let them strengthen the
Am I
bloodline.
wrong? It's the breaker of chains, the mother of dragons. They had the power couple of that era. Fuck that. I'm sorry. I gotta get rowdy.
We
I'm
must
gonna get
strengthen the
rowdy on
bloodlines.
that, but you know what?
God is
Whatever.
all in favor of strengthening the royal bloodlines.
Yes, thank you, Margot. Thank you, Margot. That is the point, right? They did not know they were related. You know who fucking ruined that? Fucking what was his name? Tyrion. Fucking ruined it. Who gives a fuck? Don't tell him. Don't fucking tell him. What the fuck is beneficial about releasing that information? What? Who benefited from that? Squirrel and
Tyrion did. It was pretty entertaining.
I have no idea who benefited from it.
Look at that. Uncle
See,
Pee-Pee.
he heard Game of Thrones and he.
You said the word Game of Thrones?
Yeah.
And then I was like, some fuckery is happening on the computer. Wake up.
PB's subconscious woke him up.
Jane Davis. I'm sorry if I spoiled it for you, but just to let you know, the last season wasn't worth watching. Trust me, we saved you. Me and PB suffered through that last season. I could tell
And
you.
I laughed at them.
It was the start to starting this show. Look at
Oh, I missed it by mere fucking moments. Janie's like, Peter, save me. I'm sorry. I'd let that motherfucker talk.
No. Okay, we were diving
Yeah,
into before we
no,
talked
I
about
wasn't supposed to let
Dexter.
you talk. I agree. Continue.
We were talking about Dexter and his stepsister having feelings for him, right? And they're not blood related. So I was like,
God.
is it really that bad? Because they're technically not blood related.
What a
He's
great
fucking
time to wake
adopted.
up, PB.
What to start with? Because I wasn't paying attention. I was looking at a bunch of stuff. So that's just a step bro meme.
So
Or porn.
here's my question.
That became a meme.
Here's my
It's just
question.
weird on the internet.
If you have supposedly an auntie who's the fucking the breaker of chains, who controls fucking dragons, okay, and you know nothing about it and you're banging her, who the fuck cares? Why did he need this information?
Because it's funny.
Ignorance is bliss. I'm sorry. Fucking say what you want about me, internet, but it's fucking Daenerys Targaryen. You guys know what I'm talking. It's Daenerys Targaryen. Did he fucking need to know? Did he need to know? Fuck you. That was the only time I disagreed with that little bastard.
I think that he needed to know.
Who the fuck did it benefit? Oh, now you fucked them both up? Are you happy?
He's like, it was entertaining. I drink and I say things.
Oh, what did I miss?
Oh, yeah.
Rebecca says, what the fuck was that good guy about? Was that poor person whose fella mate got whipped out was supposed to fucking stay whipped out himself? No, you know what? I don't co-sign to them saying shit, okay? But she was unhinged to begin with, all right? The only happiness she was getting in with John, okay?
Yeah.
I blame the advisors, all right? I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna get real here, okay? I blame these fucks because a whole war wouldn't have started if she could have just got it from John. She was getting it from Jon Snow. Things were good. What the fuck? Okay? What the fuck happened after it stopped? What happened? Exactly my point.
I don't
She got
fucking know.
stabbed.
The war would have been averted if she would have just got some. All she wanted was Jon Snow. Boom. We wouldn't have had mass destruction. So fuck the advisors. It was poor decision making on their part. I blame them. You know, it's fucking olden days. It's the Middle Ages. They were doing that shit all the time. Now you want to say, by the way, this is not beneficial to you whatsoever, but you're banging your aunt, so have fun with that info. Really? Way to cock block, sir. Way to cock block. Good job. That's like...
You're welcome.
I'm sorry. I went on a whole bit. I am so getting... This video is so getting fucking pulled.
Why would it get pulled? What'd you do?
I co-signed.
I went down a road.
He
You went
threatened
down a
somebody, didn't
road.
he?
And he prefaced it with, "I'm sorry, but."
I'm sorry, but fuck everybody. Like, fuck you, and you, and you. You're cool, and fuck you.
Yeah. I mean, I'm just saying, we all had this wrong, okay? Everybody, I finally fucking figured it out. Like a year after the show's done, I
About
figured it
fucking
out.
time.
Daenerys got mad because she wasn't getting it, and the advisors are to blame for all of those people dying. Had she been getting it by Jon, this whole fucking situation could have been avoided. But some motherfucker had to
Dude, you
open their
can't.
mouth.
They didn't have fucking Viagra, guy. Like,
They
hey, slip
opened
a
their
little
mouth.
pill into John's food. We gotta save the 9 realms.
You guys should do something like a few years later of the fucking Game of Thrones thing. So I'm not really caring. I'm looking at fucking shit like range it because I do not care at all about fucking Game of Thrones.
Pop culture PB, a couple of us are pro incest.
The summary brought to you by
What?
James.
Fantasist.
Welcome back, PB. This is what you walked into.
Okay, bye.
I'm going the fuck back to sleep. JD Davis said, at Pop Culture PB, Son said, I were like, but he's adopted. Yes, exactly. Dexter
Who was
is
adopted?
okay, in Dexter.
Oh, you're
he's
talking
had-
about Game of Thrones. Not
Yeah, this is
Game
how
of
they both
Murders.
relate.
Well, I guess it's the same.
This is how I was relating them, okay? In Dexter, his adopted sister catches feelings for him, which is perpetuated by her going to a fucking shrink who's telling her, oh yeah, these are normal feelings. Go for it.
Deborah, help me. I'm stuck.
So Deborah's getting this fucked up advice from someone who's supposed to say, nah, that's your adopted brother. That ain't cool, okay? So she's like, yeah, I'm gonna go for it. I mean, do I really blame her for that? They're technically not related by blood. This isn't like Alabama shit. She was just like, hey,
Right,
maybe
it's
I
not
do
the
have
same to
to
be aunt and nephew, right? Or is it
Yes.
uncle and niece? I don't remember. It's one of the two, and it's fucking still wrong, guy.
I mean, it's Daenerys.
I thought we were
Holy
talking about
crap.
Dexter. I thought we were talking about Dexter now. What the
He
fuck?
keeps flipping it, PB. Why do you think I spaced the fuck out?
Holy fuck.
I'm like looking at other shit. I'm like, he's just going on a rant at this point. I don't know what the fuck he's talking about. It's like a ramble and a rant.
Like, okay,
I will.
were you 16, 17, 18, and then you ended up getting an adopted sibling?
Hey, you know what I noticed this stream's on?
Right.
I noticed something to this stream. No one really gave you any money to this stream because they know you're going to spend it
'Cause I
on
was
fucking
asleep.
microtransactions
Yeah, that's a
on
fact.
video games.
Like, this motherfucker's just up here wasting shit. He didn't even get a new hat.
No, this hat is never going in. This hat's
Oh,
like,
it's going somewhere. I know what your memory's like. You'd be like, did you see my hat? And she'll be like, well, what had happened was...
I checked out that clip, Rebecca, by the way.
What clip?
The one she put in the chat.
What chat?
The main chat.
Oh my
The
goodness.
stream
How
chat.
long
Welcome
ago?
back.
Like maybe a couple minutes ago.
God damn
What
it.
is this? What is this? What is this of?
See, I'm not the only one that admit. There it is.
Yeah,
Click a button.
you know what? I do. Look. I was a soldier, and I
Game of
appreciate
Thrones.
If they opened that in an
you-
incognito window, I would have disliked it because it was Game of
Jesus
Thrones.
fucking Christ. Okay, I was a soldier, and I admit the whole staying with your unit, but I agree with you, Becca. If you see a motherfucker come back from the dead, I would have fucking run too. You know what? You would have had to cut off my fucking head because that was a fucking undead guy. Fuck that shit.
Man, that
I
sounds like
agree.
the
That was a
German
fucking
soldiers on
zombie.
Ozwick
Wait, was
marching on
this the
Ozwick
last
Fortress.
was this the last article?
Oh no, the last article was about Dexter. I don't know. We went like left field.
Yeah.
Zod went on a
Shit.
fucking rant after Dexter
Thank you,
article.
Squirrel.
We went into a garage and it was called Incestville. And we stayed there apparently for a while.
Why?
Look. All I'm
Because-
saying is,
He posed a question and I was like, I don't want any of this flowers in the attic shit. And then he was like talking about it. And then we ended up on Game of Thrones because incest. So there we are. And as Janie pointed out in chat, and I had mentioned I'm not looking at chat right now. I apologize. Because I have another screen open. But yeah, as she pointed out, like this is because of porn. We blame porn for this.
yeah, this is
I
all
can
porn
never
stuff.
blame porn. That seems wrong. Blame porn? The fuck?
I'm debating.
There's
on
a lot of
clicking
incest
that
porn.
fucking link again, and then just using
Oh,
all my
I believe
accounts.
it.
No, but all I'm saying was,
Oh God.
I'm sorry if Auntie is Daenerys Targaryen, the breaker of chains, the mother of dragons, and she looks like that. I'm sorry. You're just gonna have to put me as that sick motherfucker. Don't tell me she's my aunt. You know what? Just let me be fucking ignorant. Yeah, I purely blame this on the fucking
Don't
advisor.
tell me the
Wait.
truth. Just
Don't tell
let
me
me
the
live
truth.
in my
You-
delusion.
You fucking lied to me for the
Oh,
rest
oh,
of my
fuck.
fucking life.
Jesus Christ.
Look. My whole point of this is that was a shitty advisor. That was a cock blockery move.
Your whole
Okay.
point. I woke up for you to make a point about, you know what? If it's just light incest. Ah!
Man,
Yes,
our train to
they
hell
do.
is going to be
They
fucked
get
up.
Fuck
get
it.
it.
Hey, man. Okay, let me rephrase to make sure that I know what I was talking about here. Let me rephrase the question. Was this the last topic that you were planning on talking about tonight? Or is there
Oh
another
no,
one?
it kind of went south.
On a positive note,
We were talking Dexter and got here. Who the fuck
Haley,
knows?
you remember
Welcome to the Phantom Zone.
you remember at the start of the conversation, you're like right around the Dexter beginning, you're like, I want to leave this on a positive note. So I just wanted to go back in time. We all time traveled together.
And on
Holy
a
fuck.
positive note,
He
if your
said
auntie
that,
looks
I'd like to leave
Daenerys,
the
Yes.
fucking stream on a positive note.
Totally yes.
Okay.
We should turn back time.
You know, it's okay as long as you've got a big dragon. It's fine. No.
It's sad. You know, it's so true. Margot's right. You know, Game of Thrones took over and then incest. Like that. I mean, that is exactly it. Oh my God. Yeah. Because immediately it went from Dexter to incest on Game of Thrones.
It's really seemed like it was just.
And then it was about Lee.
Yeah.
I'm going to leave it on a positive note. Hey, guys.
On a positive note,
if they had a
Step
child,
sisters,
bone
eh?
and ants, perfectly fine.
you know what? He didn't fucking know. I still say
He
fuck
didn't
you.
fucking know.
He didn't
No,
have
he
to say
knew.
nothing.
And then he was like, fuck it. Fuck it. Fuck it.
What did
That's
they
exactly what he's doing. He was fucking
Why
it.
telling him that?
That was the problem.
The fucking destruction They fucking. I know. I'm sorry. I'm getting excited about this, but the
Oh,
destruction.
Oh my.
don't fucking you using all the wrong phrases right
Sir,
now,
why
but
were you
whatever.
yelling? Why were you yelling at your apartment at like 2:30 in the morning? Oh well, incest, you know.
That's
So
a
we
weird.
got a call
Yeah,
that there might be somebody in danger at the residence. He's like, nah, it's fine. We were just talking about Game of Thrones.
that's a weird
okay.
kinky shit in the fandom zone.
Kate said, "We're gonna leave on a positive note, and now, no, and down the fucking incest trap." I know, Rebecca. I know.
Like, I didn't even know it was a rabbit hole. This guy created the rabbit hole. He's like, you know what, guys? You know what we don't talk about enough on this channel? A little bit of family loving. The biblical kind.
God, if they ever want to cancel me, the shit I've talked about on this channel, it's like one clip, and they'd be like, "Did you say this?" And I'd be like, "Fuck yeah."
Yeah, I said it 3 times, motherfucker. Just don't tell me. I'll keep boning.
Look, Daenerys Targaryen, okay? You can't fucking tell me.
You know, we're not writing your own
about dragons looked hot.
We're not talking about the fact that Amelia Clark is hot. That is not what we're talking about. You said, you know, if I didn't know that she was my aunt.
Oh my God, we just did this. Oh my God, PB, he just did this. I swear to you, he just said all of exactly what you're saying, and he still came out at the other end like this. Yep.
Jesus Christ. It's not okay, guy.
There you go.
Like, I understand that ignorance is bliss. I get it. It doesn't make it okay.
You get it.
At Petty Officer Zod. What the fuck did that say? You just responded. I didn't even get you a chance to read it. I'd try anyone who could control dragons. Unless they were my aunt.
She gets it. She gets me. Thank you. Thank you. That's all I'm saying. It's the breaker of chains. It's the motherfucking mother of dragons. And it's Amelia Clark. I guess I'm just gonna.
You're in heat.
Well, you know, if you have one aunt in the family that's extra hot, there ain't nothing wrong with checking out that aunt. What the fuck is happening?
So you see, and I said I made this NSFW, and Zod is like, yeah, incest. We gotta strengthen the bloodline.
Oh no! Look, Janie Davis gets me. Dragons trump every motherfucking thing else. Look.
So,
chat, we can be honest. We can be honest.
She had the magic word in there. She can't say that word.
If you're Jon Snow and you're with Daenerys Targaryen, okay, it's cool. We had no problem with that. Fuck you, Advisor. Fuck you. You did the country a disservice. You can give me the angry potato eyes, but it's true. They didn't have to say nothing. They could have just let them be ignorant. That's all I'm saying. They would have never known. They would have never had an idea. But this led to a dark, dangerous road. And you know what? A fucking city suffered for it. I blame the advisors. That's the real message behind Game of Thrones. There we go.
Just a city? I feel like you're selling them short. I love how you recontextualize it and be like, it's Jon Snow. His name is not Rhaegar. Like, let's get it straight. Like, completely different family, except for the fact that they're in the same fucking family.
It's Jon Snow.
Yeah, that's not his name. That's a fake name.
Well, that's the name that he legally took on
What do you mean
signed off
legally
on
took
that
on?
they
That's because ain't
will or
nobody
whatever.
know his. If they knew his legal name, they'd be like, yes, my lord. Are you
But
fucking
they
kidding
didn't.
me? Like
But they didn't.
he was created with the wonderful, wonderful world of incest. The fuck guy.
Good God.
It's fucked up.
Yeah, see, that's where I'm fuzzy too, Margot. Rhaegar was his uncle, grandfather. Yeah, they don't really PB, and it's been a while. But do you remember if they really got into that? Like, who was he to him? Because this has been a while.
Who was who to what?
Who was Rhaegar to John?
His dad.
Really? Oh yeah, the
Rhaegar
flashback.
and Lyanna
flashback in
had
the
a
tower.
baby, and they named him after himself.
Yeah.
And I was like, wow, how original, Dave. Fuck.
But to be fair,
they could have picked any other fucking name under the sun instead of just being like, well, we already named his father Rhaegar, and nobody knows what his name is yet, so we can do whatever we want. You guys want to do something creative? And they looked across the room and went, no, we already got paid. Just name him fucking Rhaegar.
no,
Like, oh my god.
That's not what I was gonna say. What I was gonna say was, they didn't. I stick by they didn't have a clue. Defense, they didn't know.
Okay, well,
we could have just let this ride. That's all I'm saying.
On a happier note, I'm glad that I could fucking wake up to at least try and set you straight. But it seems like you're pretty dead set on scoping out your one attractive aunt.
No, I'm just saying, okay, there's two very important factors. One, Emilia Clarke. Two, and most importantly, medieval times. This shit was happening all the time.
This is not medieval times, and it still doesn't fucking make it okay. What the hell? Well, I don't understand how we were still on this subject by the time I woke up. I guarantee this fucking potato put you in your place, and you're like, no. She's hot.
Told you he's in heat.
Fucking A. I thought it was my time of the month. Apparently, I was underestimating the other man here. My God.
Said he was horny.
Hey, no, hold on. This has nothing to do with that. I'm just saying.
With that, which means it's true.
I'm just saying, Emilia Clarke, mother of dragons, I forever stay. I will die on this fucking hill.
Rip to you.
Yeah, it would have been okay. I don't know if she would have gotten with Rob.
How long has he stretched this fucking out with this
okay.
incest talk? Holy shit.
Fuck, she could have gotten with the cripple boy and it would have been okay. Just anybody except for, I don't know, her nephew? Like, you could pick anybody else. You're the fucking mother of dragons. You pick whoever the fuck you want. You just walk in the room and you be like, I'll take you, and you, and you, and I'm not going to do anything with you, but I want you fucking around with anybody else. You get the fuck out of here. You're a giant fucking dragon. You do whatever the fuck you want. Ice eyes? That's cold. Holy shit. How many eyeballs does this thing have?
This is a good place to leave it. I'm gonna leave it.
Oh yeah, now he's using that phrase again. Now what the fuck is he gonna say?
Now that I've spent so much time defending incest, but not defending it.
So much fucking over 30 minutes of incest.
30 fucking.
I think
my God!
that I don't defend all incest. Just if you're Daenerys Targaryen, it's the
just if you need to purify your blood with your hot eye, that's it. That's all he cares about.
That's very specific.
He doesn't defend the incest. He just defends true love.
Thank you. Thank
Such
you.
shit. You're so full
You
of
got me.
shit.
Fucked up, guy. That's some fucked up defense.
All I'm
End this
saying is
fucking show.
a tower got, or I'm sorry,
Oh my god.
a whole entire city got destroyed because Daenerys got cock blocked. Remember that, folks. It's true. We saw it. Okay? Proven. Had no one said shit, John could
Show
have
me
laid
the
it down, and we would not have had mass destruction. That's all I'm
Hey,
saying.
wait, when was that shit said in that final season?
news.
So it didn't need to be said. That's just what the shitty writers did.
Thank you. Husky gets me. It didn't need to be said. It
At no
didn't.
point
No.
did Husky
It didn't.
say,
It was an
"Bro,
important. No, it was
incest."
an important. They didn't need to fucking add it. So they invented that. Is it even in the actual book that she's his on, or is it just those two fuckers that
Oh,
did
it's most definitely in the book.
that? Probably. I don't fucking know. I'm not
Well,
touching the Game of Thrones
the
books.
book where he's just waiting to like literally put that last period in.
He's never gonna make. He's never
But
gonna
it's
finish that last book. Yeah, I don't think he wants to make that last
faith
book. This is shit.
in this villain, the corruptness is too much for me.
At this point, we should just all agree with Zod to get him to shut up so we can end the stream.
Yes, Zod, I agree with you. Incest is bad. Thank you.
Oh, whatever. You know what? You don't understand the.
Holy
so
fuck,
good.
no! Fucking move on! I just agreed with you. Like, my god, man. There's nothing else for you to talk about. Ask the other fine people here if they have something coming up in the near future, or if they've done anything in the recent past.
Starting with the angry potato.
Oh, Tato.
I have nothing going on. I'm so
Whatever it is, that has 90% less incest.
And to be clear, I'm anti-incest. Yes, I am anti-incest. I don't give a damn. It's
Yes,
so
we
weird.
all agree. It's bad.
Unless you're strengthening
Nope,
your royal
don't say
family's
anything,
bloodline. I like making that joke. It's funny. All right, I got my Twitch channel, I got my YouTube channel, and I got to put those links in. And then I had a video that I made on the previous stream as a joke on the Prophets of Geek Culture channel. So go check them out. Figure out which links go where. Nah, you
I
know which ones go
roasted
to my
this
channel. They have
motherfucker
my
for a
fucking link.
solid, I don't know, Squirrel, you weren't there, 2-3 minutes, something like that. And then he's like, I'm gonna put a fucking video on the channel right now. Zod still hasn't done shit, and he told me that it was already recorded. So I don't know what the fuck is going on there.
While you were in a coma, I said, hey, PB, I got a fucking video done, and it's going to be in limbo forever. And all you did was...
That must have
You know why I made that
shitty
shitty video too? Is to spite Zod, right?
No. You did your promo. I'm on the screen right now. Still in the middle of my promo. Be quiet, dog. Anyway, I've recorded an unboxing video. That'll be released soon. And then I also I recorded something else to go on Prophets of Geek Culture. Oh, it was a highlight from the stream last night. Essentially, how to respond while in your sleep. So look forward to that. And then, I don't know, do another live stream at some point next week. I guess we got to iron out the schedule. Just doing back-to-back multiple-hour live streams isn't necessarily the way to go. But I'm not getting rid of the show. Take me off the screen. Thank you.
And thank you,
We can
everybody,
talk over this one, right, PB?
for coming to the channel. I appreciate everybody who showed up. We talked in all seriousness. we talked about some heavy stuff today. I really appreciate everybody having great banter, everybody being respectful. If PB was awake for it, he would have known about the heavy topic we talked about, but he's just going to have to catch it on the replay. Yeah, I'm talking to you, you son of a bitch.
You're on the screen by yourself.
He's just pointing towards the chat at this point.
What
Actually, no,
the
he's
fuck
pointing
was
down to
that?
the like and dislike button. So make sure you've liked the stream before you leave tonight.
Click one of them.
I agree with what PB said. Anyways, thank you everybody for watching. I really appreciate it. Check out Zach Leary's page because he's going to be posting Unknown Podcast. That's going to have our review of Chef up. So go check that out. Go check him out. He's got some great reviews, and I appreciate him for having me on his channel. It was a great experience. And this Monday we're doing it on Books by Jay's channel. We're going to do our tongue-in-cheek. So we're going to have it over on her channel on Monday and then my channel on Friday. So come and check it out, and then late night talks. And you guys come here. You know what to expect. Thank you, everybody, for having a weird-ass fucking conversation. Thank you for...
We all know Zod's kinks now, so...
Hey, it's not wrong if Daenerys is your
I
aunt.
swear to God.